I don't give a fuck anymore.
This is gonna hurt. It's time for the Suffering Podcast. You know him as Loomis.
It was just when I started drinking and I started getting buzzed up, I needed to get that cocaine. I was more the wild child, but then eventually, everything just fell off the wheels.
What is it about the high that draws you in?
It made me feel whole. It made me feel like whatever that void that you were talking about earlier right here, it would go away. But it started off as marijuana, then it got, then with the booze. The cocaine just naturally, just came with drinking. Remember, I used to get on my hands and knees and pray to God to take me. Like I wanted him to kill me. If I had my guns at my house the one night, I absolutely would have blown my head off. I didn't want to hang myself. I'm the type of guy, if I'm going to kill myself, it has to be quick.
Every addict, I'm talking every single addict will say to themselves, that's not going to be me.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe that. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you think you can beat the system. Nobody takes cocaine and says, I hope I overdose. Tell me one true story of somebody who is in true addict mode that says, wow, that really worked out the way that I expected it.
I got clean, everything was going good, but all I was doing though was trying to play God, helping others, and I wasn't looking at into myself.
Sometimes it just never turns.
Well, and every time though when I come by the house though, with my mom had to go upstairs and use the bathroom, she'd take her purse with her. It was more of a white knuckle, I'm clean, so let me preach to you and this and that. And then there was a time where I lied about though being clean. They absolutely knew, but they just didn't know though to the degree. Yeah, everyone's just dropping dead.
We all trip, we all fall, but if we don't learn anything from trying to pick ourselves up, it's really a wasted opportunity.
And we are live.
What's going on, buddy?
What is going on, Brett? How are you doing? How is everyone out there doing? That was a clip from the Suffering Podcast that I was on. I just wanted to throw a quick shout out to Kevin Donaldson. The link to that episode is in the description. And we talk about everything from I tell my story to me working with the Bufalinos and what we've been doing. But check out the Suffering Podcast, folks. The link to that is in the description, and the link to 52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino is in the description as well. And we are joined.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
We are joined by Brett right here.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to 52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino. Wait a second. Sorry. Welcome back to 52 Topics with
Francis Fiordilino.
Frank Fiordilino.
Francis Fiordilini. Yes, his name is Francis. Francis.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Francis. You got the honorable fucking mention right there in the beginning. Every show, you get the honorable
I think
mention.
Maya might have been the worst. Frank Fiordilino. But how about now? I got it. You said something hysterical, though, when Conor McGregor shared my one post, and you were like, dude, all they had to do was put, because remember it was the reading testing?
Yeah.
Like, all they had to do is put Frank's name in there, and you would have been fucked.
You would have been fucked, yeah.
How's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you? How you doing? How's everybody in the chat?
How's everybody going out there in the chat? This is Brett from NYC Crime Spot and 52 Topics. I'm sure you guys already know who this man is. If you don't, the link again is in the description. And hit that like button, guys. Get this moving, and hit that subscribe. And let's say hello to a couple of people, Brett.
Sure.
Even though this is the Loomis show tonight, we're going to make it more like it's the Loomis, Brett. Like you just, do your thing, I do my thing. But I have some questions for you. You know what I mean?
I
But
never actually bothered to look at the comments on the when I'm on someone else's show.
well, I'll put them up too, like this.
No, I can
Red
see him.
Hawk-
I just never. Oh, Dominic Delandra, there he is.
Yeah, it's the man right there. Dom, how are you doing? Oh, and I just want to let everyone else know. So, Brett, your show,
Roro.
let's say hello first.
Yeah.
Frankie from Mob Kings and it's Infamous Rats. How are you doing, my friend? Frankie's a producer on our project. Thank you so much, Frankie, for all your hard work. We love you, my man. Frank Ferrara, I hope all is well, my friend. How are you, buddy? It's been a little while. Thanks for being here. Tracy out in the UK. Great to see you as always. Salute to William from Brooklyn, my man. Great to see you, buddy. I know it's 2:30 out there, Tracy. My eyes are burning. Catch up soon. You got it, hon. You got it. And the powerful, the knowledgeable Roro. You know, I'll be talking, Brett, and I'm sure you notice. Like, I'll just bring up someone and I'll be like, yeah, before I even say this guy has a show, Roro. Yeah, she's a machine. I love you, Ro. Thanks for being here.
I love Ro too.
Yeah, she's the best, man.
Of course,
man.
obviously.
Looking forward to meeting Ro at your wedding, my man.
This is right. This is true.
Brett's getting married. I'll be at the wedding. I can't wait. Ro, you're my date. Get to the ducking point. There he is, my man. Great to see you.
What's going on?
Another fat bald Italian, my man. Thank you.
There
guys.
he is. That's a good guy.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Hit that like button. Absolutely adore Brett and
Oh
follow.
wow, thank you. Thank you.
Brett's the man. Brett's the man. History, CJ, what's going on, my friend? I got a little more Bufalino history for you that you're going to be interested in. I'll share in a little while. And let's get to the ducking point. Who we got? Oh, roll the bones. Chris in the house. What's up, my man?
What's up, Chris?
Love everything he's doing. You're doing great stuff, Chris. Keep it up, my man. And keep moving forward. Philip, thank you very much, my man. I was just talking to him before. Thanks for being here, Phil. Appreciate you. And I think for now, that's boom. We'll end it with a kiss from Ro. So thank you very much. Got everyone in the chat. This isn't just like a normal interview type, whatever. Feel free to just keep talking and ask whatever, and we will get to everyone in the chat in time. I just wanted to talk to Brett a little bit, though, about because I'm getting ready to do the same thing, though, with that's what I was about to bring up with Keith Shibley I just had on Thursday. But we're not changing the name, Brett. I know you're like, don't change your fucking YouTube name again.
Well, you gotta wait. You gotta wait a little bit.
Well, no, but I'm not going to. If anything, we're going to start a separate thing. But Keith is he's with the FBI. He was a cop. He's a cop. And he was the first one on the scene of the DC shooting. Show just a little clip, and me and him. It's almost like to ask a cop. Like every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. He's going to be my co-host, teaming up with me. And here's a little clip of Keith.
There were countless heroes on that September morning when the Washington Navy Yard was just thrown into utter chaos.
That's when a gunman took his life as well as the lives of 12 others. Well, today, one of the first police officers to respond when the shots rang out was honored.
Corporal Keith Shibley is presented the Valor Award for his immediate response and courageous actions during the shooting rampage at the Washington Navy Yard on September 6th.
We found people, we would...
So that's
Keith. What was that one about? I don't remember that one.
No, that was the news. That's when the Navy Yard shooting where the guy, I forget the guy's name, he took out 12 people. He was nuts. It was in Washington Navy Yard. This was back in 2000 and, I want to say 2013, was it? 2012. Yeah, gunman went in there, just started blowing. Keith was the first one in the scene. He had to step over, a bunch of dead bodies going into that. And it was, since it's like a Navy type building with its cubicle rooms with, the cubicles, they're all 5 foot high. So could you imagine, man? Like, you got to give these guys credit, man. People are running out of buildings when they're running in.
And
they're saving people's lives that they don't even know. And they're not getting paid hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's just, you got to admire that. But Keith is the type of guy, he even told me, like, if he grew up like in a different neighborhood, he would have went the gangster route. You could just
Yeah,
tell how
yeah,
he
yeah.
talks, and he's all in like to the mob stuff. But I just think it's good though to have like a different, you know, we're obviously different just by jobs, but like we
Right.
have the same demeanor and whatever. But he's gonna be a great though co-host to it's just a segment. It's not an official team up on the Loomis show, but it'll just be a Thursday night live segment.
That's
where
cool. I like that idea.
where the chat will get to ask a cop, an FBI agent,
Right.
questions, and he is just as transparent as me. So he's all about it. That'll be Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, folks. So stay tuned for that. Now, Brett, NYC Crime Spot, you originally started with that, 52 topics with Frank Fiordilino. You guys do everything. Now, Frank is a former mob associate from the Banana crime family, correct?
Right. That is correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And but like, when I was first seeing it, I thought we were just going to hear mob stories and this and that. But I mean, you guys are funny as fuck. I mean, it's great. Everything you guys do. I mean, from the baptism to Sammy to
Yeah, we try to make the lives. I mean, they're starting to really take off. I think people are starting to really join in. Sometimes we get like over 200 people in there, which is, I'm happy about that. It keeps growing, as Roro knows, and some other people might know. Yeah, we try to have fun, man. We try to have a lot of fun.
Well, the key thing is consistency. And you guys have that Monday night bang, and that's what me and Keith are going to start doing. We just did.
Yeah. It
was just a show with him on live. And, I haven't done a live in like 2 months. So we had a decent audience. So I think consistency and good content. And you guys, I mean, who thought of the song The End? Could I just ask you that on that Sammy thing?
Well, no, I do all the editing and all the funny videos. That's all me. I mean, I show it to Frank. I show it to Frank. If he laughs, we use it. But he's never like said anything. He's always liked the stuff that I do.
Yeah, if he didn't laugh at that, I mean, there would be something to say. I mean, you should be a writer, man, for like Saturday Night Live or something. No, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right?
you got great ideas, man, and that was hysterical. If anyone just check out it's I didn't even put subscribe to the Loomis show in the thing. The only 2 links that are in the description right now are 52 topics with Frank Fiordilino. Subscribe to that, and then also that episode of the Suffering podcast with me that I did. I want to thank Kevin Donaldson again for having me. That was fun to do. And thank you everyone who's coming in now to the chat. So when did the idea though, like, because I mean, me and you've been friends now for like a good 2 years, and we talk a lot. And NYC Crime Spot was and is one of my favorite YouTube channels out there. And because you're actually boots on the ground on location, doing stuff like that, telling the backstory. You're telling stories like, for example, folks, you watch Goodfellas. Who would think that out of everyone at Goodfellas, Brett picks out Stacks? And that's interesting to me because these people, instead of just seeing them that quick, I mean, they have a whole huge life like that. And I just love how you have stories where you Google it, it just goes to your channel because you're the only one that's talking like about the stuff. So what from the NYC Crime Spot, what brought on the 52 topics with Frank Fiordilino? And am I saying his name right finally?
Fiordilino, yeah.
It's
a lot better. You're getting a lot better. You'll get it.
Okay, I got to work.
It's better than the audio that I saved for the show. I don't know what. What's up, Ranger fan? What's up, Soretti? What's up, dude? Soretti's funny.
Soretti's the best.
Frank, I guess he thought about doing a show for a long time, but he didn't want to do a show. And then, like I said, I've been friends with him before the show. And I guess we have good chemistry, and he wanted to finally do a show. Some personal things happened on his life or whatever, which made him say that he wanted to do the show. I would usually never do a show with anybody, not even a former. I mean, obviously, I have Pete LaFroche on my show. We do. He's supposed to be on tomorrow, by the way. We do live streams, and we've done a bunch of episodes. That's kind of exclusive to NYC Crime Spot. But I would never generally want to do a show with anybody. The only reason why I did the show with Frank is because, Frank is like a former criminal murderer in the literal sense.
In the DeMeo crew, he was with the. Oh, I'm sorry. I went back to Pete. Well, Pete.
We don't. Yeah, we could probably, But yeah, as far as Frank goes, even though but he's also very smart. He knows a lot about history. He knows a lot about music. He's not a dummy, Whereas, and I'm not saying like the other like mob associates on YouTube are dummies, but I think some of them do come off. I mean, no offense, some of you guys come off like a little temperamental, maybe a little airheadish, maybe a little dopey at times. I mean. Sorry, no offense. But Frank is he has an interesting life story. A lot of guys are mob associates just because they fell into the life somehow or whatever. Frank was literally born into it. 2 of his uncles were Banano Capos. His cousins were made. I mean, one of his cousins, Dino Calabro, obviously, made guy. 8 homicides. I mean, this is just serious stuff in his life, serious people he knew. And
so yeah,
for an associate, I mean, he's got an incredible biography, a life story. And like I said, that coupled with him, in my opinion, not being fucking dope, having a head on his shoulders and being a guy who's cultured and into different things, I thought it was a good match.
No, and it definitely absolutely is. I was watching, that's why I hit you up tonight, because I was like watching a few of them and stuff, and I was like, I was in the mood to do another live because I just did one on Thursday, and I'm just making sure the Wi-Fi on my phone's off and the Bluetooth because sometimes it messes with this. But yeah, I mean, it's great though, because you would think it's just all mob and all that, but I mean, it's mob, it's drama, it's hysterical, it's just a little bit of everything, and I think what you guys have going on is fantastic. And like you said, you already have like 200 people jumping in Monday nights watching. You just stay consistent with that. Imagine a year from now, whatever, I think it's great what you're doing. So NYC.
It took a minute. It took a little bit to grow. I mean, we started in October of 2024. We started in October. At the end, basically like November. It was like the last week of October. I think we've done something like 40 live streams since then, maybe. Like we've done a lot of fucking live streams. So it's taken a lot. I mean, we average maybe now like 160, 170 something every live stream. Couple times, like I said, over 200. So I think it's going to keep growing. We talk about New York City crime, we talk about culture, we talk about music, and obviously with the backdrop of Frank's life as well. We started a Ridgewood, A True Story. That's a series that we started on our channel. And the show is permeating exactly how I wanted it to, and exactly how I said to Frank, basically how it needs to be. I said, we're going to do this show. And yes, we're going to have MobTube people come in and we're going to have, but it's for something bigger than whatever's going on in this genre. It has to permeate the streets of New York City. We can't just be thinking of impressing people on fucking MobTube, as much as I love many of you, obviously. And there are many people here, many other people in so-called MobTube or mob genre are very much contributing to the show. But I told Frank, it has to penetrate the actual literal streets of New York City in a different way. And you know what? It really is. There's a lot of people. We get a lot of emails, a lot of interesting stuff that I won't say, but there's a lot of people watching the show. Let's put it that way.
Okay, that's great to hear. Charlie Nichols, Rangers fan. Brett, what's up? Thank you, Charles, for being here. And Soretti, I just wanted to get you up there too as well, my man. And if I missed anyone, I get to everyone. But and then we got Oscar Peter. What's up, Oscar Madison? Thanks for being here, guys. Hit that like button, get this rolling. And thank you so much for being here. We're gonna have some fun though tonight. Yeah, when you talk about the MobTube, it's like the Godfather thing, like no matter what they pull you, it pulls you back in. Cause like I do music shorts and I have some music people that are coming on. And now that what I'm doing with Keith, but I mean, I'm always going to be affiliated with that. It's just the way that it goes. And I have nothing against any of the people like in MobTube or anything like that. But I always said, like, I just didn't want to be labeled like MobTube, like that's all that I do, like like I like, meaning not the people in MobTube that watch, but expanded more with, like you said, you guys talk music, you talk this, and music's my number one category over mob. I mean, meaning like intelligent wise on what I know. I'd say with the mob stuff, like, I'm good with the five families. I'm very good, obviously, with the Bulger stuff and the Bufalino stuff.
Right.
But other than that, I'm just interested in just doing what I want to go do, and hopefully people, grasp onto it. And it's a little bit of everything, and not just stuck in one, one facet. Like, we can only talk about the mafia because what do you do it for as long as we've been doing it? You've been doing it longer than me. I don't know if you get like this or whatever, no, but sometimes it gets a little bit tiresome and you want to like just, touch on some other things at times.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I like that I'm putting so much time into trying to grow the channel with Frank, and I haven't, which is a mistake, by the way. I should be. I'm starting to put like more shorts on NYC Crime Spot, but I really should be going out and filming and finishing up things that I haven't finished, like half-written typed stories that I should be putting out on Crime Spot. But I've become a little obsessed with trying to grow that 52 Topics channel. As of late, it's kind of really starting to, more consistently go up, where there was some lulls here and there, but it's consistently going up now. So the way I look at it, it's like, as long as I stay busy and I'm doing something, right?
No, absolutely. Thank you, Ro. No, 100%. But the good thing with you is, so, for example, I have a bunch of interviews in the archives with Larry Rolla. I have another, though, retired FBI guy who has a crazy story, though. I've Lala. So, like, and when I edit, I mean, they take a real long time. I don't have the production team or whatever, but with 52 Topics and what I'm doing on Thursday, at least, though, it's a live show that you don't have to edit. And it still, though, could, though, give you, though, that time, though, because if you're editing, like if you did a pre-record, then had to edit it every week, shit takes a lot of time. So you still, right now, because you just started it, you want to build that up. I can see why you're more obsessed with doing that. But since it's always alive, right?
No. Most of our I do.
I thought Monday nights were
Monday nights are live, but we put out pre-records too. I put out numerous pre-records. I do editing. I do it all.
Okay.
Like if you go to the channel, and you go to live, you'll see live. But then if you go to the video section, there's different gangster biographies, people Frank knew. We got the Ridgewood A True Story series. We got the year 1986, the year 1977. We do whole years too, like history of the year in New York City, criminal history, biographies on people, all types of stuff. We basically, we put out a lot of shit, man, since October. I don't know how much. Maybe Roro can tell you how many things we put out, but we put out a lot.
I definitely know, though. But what I was going to say, though, is that, see, from watching, though, your lives, I thought you meant, though, like for the Sammy thing example, little skits like that, like, editing, though, type wise, because I'm just getting caught up on all your lives. So I'll have to check out, though, all of your videos at section as well. I mean, your NYC Crime Spot videos are fantastic.
Yeah, what do we put out? We put out 96 videos.
Wow.
So maybe like 40 something of those are lives, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, man. And so I mean, I can see, and that's hard though, man. Then if you're doing it like that, and then with NYC on top of it, that'd be a lot of work.
Plus, I work a full-time job.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Well, there's life. I mean, we all live life.
And life, and then there's life outside of work and doing this shit. What am I gonna do? Do nothing? Whatever. That's how I always looked at it. I mean, what am I gonna do? Nothing.
Dude, that's how I am, though, man, with this documentary, and it's
thank you, history. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he's the man, and it's really coming to fruition. And there's all new people coming in, like, that want to be interviewed up, and it's just, I got someone flying in, though, from Florida in 2 weeks. Yeah, and it's all going good, man. Everything's going good. We talked a little bit, though, on the episode.
You have like studio, like you're doing a studio thing?
Oh yeah, I mean,
so there's one by you. Is that what it is?
Yeah. There's one by me, and then also those sound that was being done down in the studio in New Jersey, and then and as well, we have a little bit of studio that we're actually using in Florida as well. So it's a bunch. It's a lot going on, man, and it's a lot of stuff that nobody's seen before, nobody knows about, like, because a lot of people just know the Irishman, but they don't know everything. Like underneath.
Right. Yeah, you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and people don't know other members of like the family. Like, like
Yeah.
for example, like I just wanted to put this up here
I
real
don't. I don't
quick.
know. To be honest, I mean, I don't know shit about this stuff. I got to be honest with you.
Like, for example, like no, like this guy, Dominic Guillermo was born January 28, 2010 in Sicily. Dominic was an enforcer in the Scranton Wilkes-Barre crime family, aka the Bufalino crime family, who worked his way up to captain. Nick engaged primarily in labor racketeering in both mining and the garment industry. He also ran gambling operations along with the brother Sam. He was one of the mobsters who attended the Appalachian meeting. He was the founder of the Alamo Dressmaking Company and it owned James Hogan Dress Company. Alamo resided at 6 Cherry Street. That's right up the road in Pittston, Pennsylvania. In 1964, Nick was marked for death by the Bufalinos. Joe's father, Angelo Bufalino, and Sam Kamada were given the contract to kill him, as it was strongly believed that he had informed on their activities. He was subsequently tipped off by the FBI about the plot against his life. He was believed to be an informant, but Alamo actually ratted on himself to protect the family. Because of that, he was allowed to retire and work with the family on his terms. Alamo died of natural causes. So, like, that's what I mean. And even when you Google the Bufalinos and stuff like that, you're not going to find stuff like that in there.
Right.
And just from being around here, there's names that nobody knows about that people are going to learn about. So it's just great that we're bringing something to the table that's fresh, brand new. The last book that was written on that family is complete farce. The guy was
there was one book, right? What's the name of that book again?
I don't. I just put it up too on.
Yeah, don't even say it. Whatever. It sucks anyway, right? So who cares?
Well, I mean, the guy was never made, and he also says he was the acting boss when Russell was in prison.
There's a lot of guys that do this. There's a lot of guys.
He was the acting boss while Russell was in prison. Why is Frank Sheeran right here telling Angelo that Russ wants everything to go through him in these letters? So,
but what was he involved in criminality? This guy though, was he like around?
No, I'm not gonna take nothing away. Russell Bufalino and Angelo Bufalino loved him. It's just when Russ died, and also the only deeds that Russell ever signed over. Russell didn't sign over the house to him, though. That's a whole other story. The only deeds that Russell signed were to Angelo. I have them right here. But what happened, Russ knew that everything was going like after the commission trial. Eddie Sheander was the boss afterwards. He even told Eddie, if you want to run it for a little bit. But after Eddie Sheander, though, was gone, it was done. But since this other guy was around, and he was still friends with Frank at the time and stuff like that, he had a name because of, people knew he was around Russell and all that. But I mean, you're not even a made guy. How could you be a boss? And how newspapers sensationalize stuff. They'll be like, boss. If the guy's just a soldier. But in this case, though, he really, yes, he did criminal activity, but he cooperated as well in 2008 against Louis de Naples. And so that's a whole other thing. I just get a kick out of it, though, because they say, oh, Russell's rolling in his grave because you guys are trying to change history. No, he's rolling in his grave because you cooperated, because Russell was as old school as they come and would never talk. So,
well, you got the family. You have the family, right? So,
and who I just read there, Angelo Bufalino, who was actually given the contract on that guy. That's his family, Joe, who I talked to, and all that type of stuff. So, and there's a bunch of like people from around here, people from Pittsburgh who know, people from Hazleton with the Scaliette brothers, from Philadelphia, the people who own the real Vesuvio restaurant, they're involved with this, from New York City. So, I mean, it's just, we got a good, and then we also have the people that covered the Bufalinos like around here, like the newspaper type people. So and listen, this isn't going to be a piece like, oh, they're just such great people. Some people might be like, listen, they were terrible people. They hurt that, we're not making it a puff piece. We're just throwing out everything, and then everyone makes up their own decision. We're not steering anything, but at the same time, the Bufalino family was done after Eddie Sheander, and that's a fact. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a weird balance when anybody makes anything to do with this stuff, because either they think you're glorifying it, or they think that you have like a fetish for it or something. There's like some people can't see like the in between, that it's just like, it's just history, or You know
what it is for me too? It's de facto too. Let's say that there's 3 main characters in this, right? Which, I mean, there's not, but I'm just saying that there's 3 main characters. Well, the 4th main character is my area. my hometown.
Right.
So it's a passion project because like I'm from here too. And like, that's what it's more, it is to me. And the fact that, I do love Joe Bufalino and Christine and the family. I mean, they're fantastic.
Yeah. I
people.
mean, that's why I only talk about New York City stuff, because I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, when I first, obviously, like when I was a kid or like a teenager, I was into the crime stuff. The easiest way to get into it, like serial killers and all that weird shit, right?
Yeah.
But after that, like, I mean, like you talk about Bufalino, Pennsylvania, so like I don't know anything about it. I know these people exist, but I don't know like the ins and outs of what he was doing, the families, this and that.
Yeah, no, he was like, a point man. Like he's just a very like an elder statesman type guy, extremely powerful. A lot of people look at they look at family charts and see how many soldiers they have, and they think that person has the most power, but that's not really the case. Because I mean, look at guys like Carlos Marcello, look at guys like Santo Trafficante and Russell Bufalino.
Powerful guys,
you know what I mean? And Russell was talking to, like, well, Fradiano's the one though that got him though, Tinchto before Ojito read it. He's the one that was basically
the weasel,
that set him up. But Russell, though, I mean, he talked to guys from the outfit all the way to, and CJ knows from history and organized crime. He does extensive research. And for not being around here, CJ, I do have to give you credit on a lot of the stuff though that you do find, because and he's all the way in the UK. And
no way, really?
Yeah. Wow. And Joe saw one of his things too, and he was even impressed. Like, he does fantastic work.
Yeah, people, a lot of people that watch my channel in Ireland, UK, even like Australia, bunch of like people on that side of the world love this stuff. They really do.
What's up, Linda? Linda Scarpa in the house.
Hey, what's going on?
Looking good, Loomis. Thank you, Linda.
Congrats on the movie.
Yeah, congrats on the movie. By any means. Greg Scarpa.
Is that the title? By any means.
By any means is the title. And I don't know what the movie is all going to be about and everything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that I know Mark Wahlberg's involved. And I saw some pics, and Linda's a good friend of mine. And Linda, best of luck to you and with the movie. And I mean, she's been through a lot, man, in life, man. I mean, I don't know. Do you know Linda, right, Brett?
Of course. Yeah, I know she is. Yeah.
Yeah. From just looking at her story and everything like that. I mean, it's just incredible and stuff. She was around during the war, Colombo War, all that stuff. When her father came home with the eyeball shot out, she's trying to get him a towel. He's like, just give me a scotch.
Yeah.
And then he goes, listen to this. Then he goes, because I remember when I was on house arrest, I remember I used to have to run to go pick up something, that if I had to go pick up my pills and I was in addiction, I had like 45 seconds. So I have to run around the block and get back here before it beeped. This guy, he's on the phone with his probation. He's like talking to his officer, just be like, no, I don't know why the thing went off. It's all good, while his eyeball's gone. Yeah. And he say what you want about Greg Scarpa, man. That guy was a tough son of a bitch. I don't care what anyone says. People yell shit and say this or that now. We had someone funny the other day go, oh, I'd say this to his face. I'm like, dude, he'd tie you up.
Yeah, everybody, behind the computer, they would say, well, you have to go back in time, first of all, but everybody talks. Everybody talks
100%.
behind the computer.
Thank you, though, Linda, for being here. I appreciate you. You're the best. And look at you, Brett. 96 videos since October of 2024.
I guess that's a lot. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, especially not just lives. Like, I mean, like when you're mixing it up. Yeah, that's, you guess. So October. Look at
basically November. It's like the last week of October.
Yeah, I was just going to see. That's what I was going to say. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So in 7 months with all the lives, that's a lot, man. I had 892. I actually had 991 videos that I took down that someone else did that I thought I was partner up with. And that's why I'm very I won't partner up with anyone ever again. Meaning like in the capacity of like, this is your show. This is my no. Now, Keith, that's a segment. You know what I'm saying? That we're going to do on Thursday on this channel. And then if we start something on our own, we're going to get our own channel for that. I learned my lesson. Believe me, from partner up though with people that you got to watch. But you and Frank,
it's hard. You got to really have good chemistry with somebody, and you have to. I don't know. You have to take a back seat sometimes, I guess. I mean, with me, it's cool because Frank has the stories and the input, and he's got his own knowledge of history. and then I could just edit it, do thumbnails, ask questions, and pretty much the visual creations or whatever. I get to take care of all that and stuff, and yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Sometimes I do envy that he just has to meet up with me for the pre-records and just fucking talk and go about his day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I have to like edit stuff later. But I don't care. I mean, it's he's the one with the story. He's the one that had to live it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I did not, because I didn't see every episode a little piece like about something that he did, or do you guys ever just go topics about other stuff?
No, we do a lot of I mean, we've done biographies on his. Like we did the Vito Guzzo biography, criminal biography. Let me see. Also, like people that Frank was around, stuff like that. But we started the Ridgewood a True Story segment, which is doing pretty good. Yeah, we do like biographies. We did that Frank Salemi video because Frank was locked up with Salemi for a bit. Corn-Fed, the Aryan Brotherhood guy.
Sammy the Bull.
Vinny Asaro, we did something on him. This is just, and it's just people that Frank knew. It's not like most of this stuff is just people, the three capos hit.
Yeah.
Frank's uncle, Francesco Navarro, was there with the hit.
Vito Rizzuto. Yeah.
Vito Rizzuto. But as far as his family, 2 family members basically there in on it. His uncle, Francesco Navarro, and then a gentleman by the name of Santo Giordano, Tony Giordano, who actually gets shot by friendly fire and actually ends up getting paralyzed. This is kind of a side story with the 3 capos that nobody really talks about.
Why 52 topics?
Frank started something before this. The Black Hand Forum? You've ever been on there? It's
no, I know what the Black Hand is, but the Black Hand Forum.
Yeah, so there's something called the Black Hand Forum. It's like a mafia enthusiast forum on here online, right? It's been around for a little bit. And Frank has been on there for a while, and he started something on there called 52 Wise Guys in a Year, where he was going to talk about one wise guy that he knew personally, either he spent time with them or whatever. Every week, he was going to do something on that forum, right?
Yeah.
And basically, then he decided he wanted to do a show. So then, I don't know, he just called it 52 Topics. I guess there's 52 weeks in a year, so it makes sense, I suppose.
Oh, the 52. Yeah, there you go. I didn't even think of that.
Oddly, like nobody came up with that. I couldn't find anyone that really had that. So,
and you know what? When I was typing that in the search engine, though, I was like, it's a good idea, though. Like, because the second though I hit 52 and the T, boom. I mean, it just like auto populates right there. And
that's another thing that happens. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So better for people though to find like in the search engines and stuff like that, though. But I was just curious where the 52 came from. And that makes a lot of sense.
Right. Yeah. And then we have like different segments on there. Like I said, the Ridgewood, a True Story. Okay. All types of stuff. Interviews. We do interviews on the live streams. We have a lot of people come on. We've had
I've seen that. Yeah.
People that people like to talk shit about, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
What do you mean people like to talk shit?
Well, like John Alite, stuff like that.
So what?
No, I don't give a fuck. I'm just
listen. Let me just break something down for everyone right now.
I could care less. I don't.
No, but let me break something down.
I think it's pretty funny, to be honest.
No. I know, but I want to give my point of view on something right now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'm doing this documentary piece on a family that obviously is known for never talking or never doing whatever. Okay, whatever. The only time I call people out with that rap bullshit is when they just like, won't own up to it or like admit it. I'm just here for the history. I know who cooperated. I know who did this. I know who did that. Like I'm here just talking history and talking this or that. So ignore people as you do. I'm just saying though, you have that person on or that. Yeah, I guess they get mad because you're giving them a platform, and there's some people out there don't glorify rap.
I mean, listen, I don't give a fuck. Listen, I'm not a gangster.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was all over the New York Post, the Daily News. He was in the news on TV. Former gangster fucking is on the New Jersey City Council. I mean, what? I'm not going to have him on.
I mean, that's quite.
Why wouldn't I have him on? He's all over the fucking news. Are these people like writing letters to the Daily News or like, fucking tweeting at the Daily News how mad they are? No, they're not doing that. They just try to come after people that it's easy to come after. But
You
so yeah,
said
I
it
don't give a shit.
You said it best that you see 60 Minutes interview all these people. You see whatever. The problem with us is the accessibility. Is
Right,
that
right.
like it's easy for them to get to us? Why did you have this person on? Why did you have, dude, shut the fuck up and start your own
Right.
channel? You know what I mean? Like
Very
it's
true.
just,
Yeah, yeah.
and the bottom line is, if someone was involved with something and you want to talk to them, then you talk to them. I mean, or people could just swipe away. This whole people like talk, and Linda, if she's still laughing, like she gets a kick out of it too when we talk. Like it's like these people watch these movies and who never. Now listen, if you went away and did time and you want to say whatever and you were involved in a criminal organization, by all means, you have the right to do that. If you didn't and you were never put to the test, then shut the fuck up. Period.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
It's funny though, because like until I started this channel with Frank, like I never pretty sure I never even tried to interview any of these like gangsters that were on YouTube, even though I could have.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I never even, the only ones that I ever had on NYC Crime Spot till today is Pete the Pick and Frank Fiordilino. Those are the only two I've ever had on my channel out of all the guys that were ever on here, because Pete the Pick is exclusive and I like Frank, and everyone else is cool, I guess, but I just never, I don't know, I don't really care. I don't really want to talk to most of them. But until I started this thing with Frank, then I get to know them, like John A. Light or Howie Santos or
and there's
Dominic Cicali was on a couple of weeks ago. That was pretty funny. Whatever,
Yeah, he's growing on me a little bit. He's at first I was like, I would never know, but I don't know. He's pretty funny. He's growing on me. I don't know if some people, like, I can see if people have personal actually afflictions from these people that, like, if they hurt their family members or whatever. I'm just talking about the general masses who just yell shit because they watch Goodfellas and they never even walked by a wise guy before and they fucking yell that shit. It's just like whatever. But people are gonna like people. There are some out there.
Well, listen, don't forget that like Goodfellas it's a rap movie. I mean, the whole thing is a rap movie. So I mean, if you like it, you just, if you put that poster on your wall of Ray Liotta, it's just know that it's a rat. There's a rat. There's a fucking rat on your wall. So if you're one of those types, I mean,
I'll even take it back to this. Lucky Luciano ratted out Dutch Schultz. Like, where's everyone talking about that? I could bring up a bunch of wise guys right now that people think are stand up that cooperated. That, like you guys, some people are so, not the people in the chat, I'm saying like you guys isn't like in general, people are just so, I don't want to say gullible, but like if you talk to law enforcement, these guys have to talk to law enforcement like to a degree. Like, you don't think they talk. I'm not saying in like in the cooperating capacity, but the guy Luciano, the biggest name out there, he cooperated. He helped out the government. He helped them. Well, he did a very good thing for the war and stuff like that. Meyer Lansky brokered that to let him know what the whole landscape was like going into Sicily and stuff. But for World War II, but was that one or two? Two. But my point being, though, is that it's just history at the end of the day, man. Like, I don't care. Like, there are a few guys out there who lie. I already called him out. I know you might like this guy, but I'll always say it. And I can't, John Panisi, I can't stand him.
I don't necessarily like, I don't even know him. I have a gripe with Panisi. So he does certain things. Yeah. He does certain things that I don't like. But as far as his
he lies,
his consistency and his willingness to like talk from a historical perspective outside of his experience as like a real content creator would do, I guess. I think he does. I think he's done a lot of decent stuff. I mean, I'm not going to say he hasn't. I think he's one of the better former mob guys that actually knows how to make content on his own. I think he's one of the better guys for whatever reason that's capable of doing it on his own. And being kind of successful at it. The thing that he does that I don't like is that I think that
lies.
I've noticed that he kind of piggybacks on people's content a little too much. Like some
Or makes
like
up
other
shit on
content
the board.
creators in the mob space will talk about something and then he'll mysteriously be talking about it, or
Or he
it's
makes
just,
up stuff. Like who wakes up and just says, you know what,
well,
I'm gonna
that
do
was
it.
the Bufalino thing. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I wouldn't even have been able to
Got his
verify
finger
it.
shot
But
out from the cops, and like I have it. No, he
Yeah.
was a mechanic. Like it's just like nobody said that before him, and it's like, and he
Yeah.
knows I'm right. That's why he blocked me, because I mean he can't say nothing back to me about it. But I mean, if the guy just said, yeah, you know, man, I didn't know, I was just trying to Bob, then that's something. You're a hardened gangster. What are you doing blocking people? You're supposed to be
I get a kick out of some of the things he does. I mean, he likes to fucking end some of his videos with like what you would call like a sick burn, like when he fucking burns somebody or he talks shit about somebody, and then it like goes out on like a fucking drum roll. I think that's corny but funny.
Yeah.
Like, but if I was you, that wouldn't be happening. It's like a fucking a punchline that he's been building up to at the end to make fun of somebody, and then the fucking music comes in. I find that pretty funny. But other than that,
I didn't see any of that.
he does it like almost every video, but fucking almost every video he's like,
I don't watch them though. Like I don't watch them.
Yeah.
So I saw the one thing with the Bufalino thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? You know, and that was like right after the Irishman, and I guess he just wanted views. And I just, you know, I know you would never just make something up out of thin air like that. That's just
no. I mean, that's not. No,
you know what I mean? Like, oh, today I'm going to tell everyone that this guy, you know, fucking chainsawed this guy's head off. So people, you know what I mean? And the internet's undefeated.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, listen. I don't know.
No, hey, listen, man. But to each their own. Listen.
I don't know the guy. He's the type of guy. Like I said, I know for a fact he piggybacks off people's stuff. He's the type of guy that like would pretend like he never watches anybody's stuff, but he's obviously lying. Like he does watch other people's content, but he would play it off as if he doesn't.
Yeah.
He'll probably say something like, personally, I don't pay attention to others or whatever. He'll probably say something stupid like that, but it's bullshit. But it's bullshit. He definitely does watch a lot of people. I mean, I know for a fact he does.
Ro, what do you mean? Don't forget Scotland. Did I miss Scotland? Because I have a guy out here who comes in from Scotland all the time. And Brett, is that something with you? Don't forget Scotland.
I think she meant that when I was talking about like the people overseas that enjoy this type of content.
Okay, got you. I wanted to make sure I
forgotten Scotland. My bad. Shout out Pastor Bradley in Scotland. Shout out Pastor Bradley.
Shout out to Chris Achille and my man Loomis and Brett.
Oh, that's another one. What was that? Chris Achille? What did you say?
Chris Achille. Achille.
How you
like,
say?
Like an Achilles heel, right?
Achille. No, Archilla. Archilla. Or Archia.
Chris, listen, you could call me.
I get a kick out of you. You fuck every name up. It's good.
I fuck every name up, and I don't mean to. I apologize. Achille. I'm thinking
it's good.
of
Why don't you say Chickie's last name?
I don't know his last name, to be honest.
It's right there.
Where?
Right there, Chickie.
Oh, I know. Oh, you mean Chickie. Loomis.
No, Chickie. Yeah, say his last name for me.
Chickie Ciccatelli.
Oh, okay.
I know Chickie.
I'm not fucking.
Like
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
No, I know, but see, I knew Chickie's name because I like Chickie, and we talked, and I talked to him in the past.
No, but you got you got an honorable audio drop on the channel now. So I mean, I start every live stream with it. So,
well, yeah, Chickie, what he's talking about though, I can't say names very good, as you could tell right here.
Going on, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino. Wait a second. Sorry. Welcome back to 52 Topics with
Francis Fiordilino.
Frank Fiordilino.
Francis Fiordilino.
I don't even know what the fuck you were saying.
I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever to anybody either, like at all. It's just I'm terrible with names. But I hope you're well, Chickie. Great to see you,
it's
man.
Good. It's good.
Chickie's entertaining as hell. Chickie's one of those guys, though. He just got the look. He should be in Hollywood. You know what I mean, Chickie? You should be making fucking movies, my man. I think he is actually, or he was, or whatever.
Right?
No, but no, Chickie's a good guy. I know. I don't know. I mean, Chickie, you know, I keep it real. I think one of your friends has mental problems, but other than that, though, I think you're a good guy. I just keep it real. I like Chickie a lot, and that's that. Brett is unique. Chris, I'm so sorry again about the name. Brett is unique compared to the rest. It covers people interesting. He absolutely is.
Thank you, Chris. Chris is cool.
That's why I said from NYC Crime Spot, I said that you got the best channel going, like right from the gate, before the 52 topics though was even happening. I loved it, man. And I think that's
What's going on, Bo? What's up, Bo?
and not to mention the voice impressions
David
too.
loves the Bo.
What's going on, Bo?
Stop
How
the
you doing,
baloney.
Bo?
Give me a stop the baloney. Oh no, that's Francis though.
That's Francis. Yeah,
That's Francis. All right, Chris is cool. He's
What's going on,
understanding.
Bo?
Dave, what's up, my man from Phoenix? Speaking of what's up, Bo, Arizona. What's up, Dave? Great to see you as well.
How you doing, David Lopez, Bo? How are you, Bo?
Oh, I love it. So, but Sammy got baptized though.
he got baptized. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. You know, it's hard to make fun of someone like that because, like, there's people who immediately get offended. Like, you can't make fun of somebody who's born again because you're not allowed to judge people who find religion because well, that's between him and the man upstairs. Who are you to say? I mean, I'm fucking say whatever I want, first of all.
Well, here's what I'm
so apparently people get really mad when you make fun of that. I'm realizing this.
Well, here's what it boils down to. If you I know people who really have, and I'm sure you have. It makes you whole. It makes you honest.
Right.
I think he wouldn't look like the hero in every story. Take some responsibility. Then it takes some, be repentant, be very sorry. Like, instead of looking like, oh, it was this guy's fault, that guy's fault. And listen, I get it. Who am I to say whatever if someone finds God? People used to say Michael Francis, he does it as a hoax or, to make money. I don't know that.
Well, I mean, if anything, before Michael was, I don't know, obviously it could still be a hustle and a scam. I don't know.
He was
but
doing
before
it
he was even on YouTube. I mean, he's been doing this for like fucking decades. I mean, he's been doing this. So
yeah. So who am I to say whatever? I was just telling you that, he got baptized and I seen if you saw that though.
Right. That's why I made the end. Yeah.
Vinny, here, Brett, read that because I would be terrible with the name.
Vinny Basciano used to say Bo in MCC Manhattan all the time. Yeah. I think he says it. He says it on one of those recordings that came out. My man, Joe Monty. Where is Joe Monty? Hey, Chris, he disappeared for a minute, huh? Or he wasn't coming in my feed for whatever reason, but I have reconnected with Joe Monty.
And again, I wasn't making fun of anyone who finds Christ or anything like that whatsoever. I was just saying.
I mean, my whole thing is like, why can't you? You should be able to make fun of anything, first of all. But second of all, like,
true.
What is he finding God in between telling Jeff Nadeau he's going to put him on his knees and make him blow him? Is it somewhere in between that? Somewhere in between that and I don't know, telling Patrick Bet-David he's not loyal to him for talking to John Gotti Jr. Somewhere in between there, I guess he found God. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing though with this genre too, is just because you interview someone doesn't mean you're clicked up with them. I went through that before. People thought, oh, I'm with this person because I interviewed them, and that's But I was just going to ask if I could play the clip, but I won't though. I forgot the song though. The end's in it too, and I might get a strike. But
you're not getting a strike. No, you just won't be able to monetize the show.
Oh, I don't care about that.
How do you think I play it? I play all that music. Yeah, no, YouTube is.
Do you want me to play it?
I don't care what you do. You could play it.
Yeah, Chicky.
I mean, listen, I got so many Sammy drops on the channel. People love them.
I hope Chicky's still watching.
But listen. With the whole God thing, like that's fine. I mean, whatever.
Yes, this is satire.
I mean, I could go deeper into it, and
Brett, it was the one with Dominic Sicali, correct?
That might have been how. Yeah. I think. No, wait a second. No, it's the one with John Alite.
No, it's not. Trust me.
No, that's the original one. We showed it. The original one we played it was the Alite. That might be an easier one to go to because I think I started the show with that. Maybe.
And is that a video?
Because Alite loved it. Alite was fucking laughing. He loved that shit. I know you guys.
Okay, so you start. Oh yeah, you do start the show with it. Wait, let me see, and then I'll play. 1 second. because you guys can't.
Yeah. So this is recently, I guess, he got baptized, and then he was on stage for another baptismal ceremony.
What is this? Oh, I'm sorry, Brett. Hold on one second. I accidentally hit what the heck? Megadeth. I just had it on. Oh, here it is. Let's see. I don't know why nothing's playing yet. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just a black screen. Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Hold on. Here we go.
This is what we do on 52 Topics. Come join us on our Monday Night Live.
All right, folks. This is, actually, because I do have to show a clip of your show anyway. So, I mean, let me just hit that pause button.
I think this is called Made in His Image, I believe. Get it? Made.
Yep, I get it. I get it, Brett. I got it. Thanks for throwing that out there, buddy.
Oof.
All right, folks. Let me just blow up the screen here. Could you see it, Brett?
Yeah, I could see it.
All right, this is 52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino, and you guys enjoy this.
Yeah, that was Joe DeChico in the end from the famous interview that he did on TV, talking about how Sammy killed Frankie DeChico and he knew he was a rat and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, dude, like, I mean,
but we do a lot of stuff like that. Yeah,
I was crying the first time. It's satire. I mean, what you were throwing in between and stuff, and I'll get him on his fucking knees. He was talking about Nadu there, Geraldo Nadu.
He was talking about Nadu. They had a problem. I don't remember what the problem was, but he said he was going to put him on his knees and make him suck his, which is pretty gay. But I mean, I guess if that's what you're into, that's cool. But
man, you are funny, buddy. You need to be a writer for like SNL or something. Even
I don't know. Like, why would you say that? So.
Was this after the baptism?
Frank's got the conspiracy. It's funny because you got this old man, right? And there's like these young women around him, you know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Sammy, you know, like those girls that are around him doing the live streams.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is he going to say that? You know, I'm going to make you suck my dick. And then he gives like the girls like a side eye to see how they feel about that, you know?
Let me take a look over there, Bo. I'm going to see that girl over there and see if she was looking at me.
He's going to get baptized by that dude's zipper. Joey Frakes, how you been? Frankie, what's up? Back in the house. And Chusak, it's been a while, my friend. Springfield 4-4 in the house tonight. Yep, Chicky's here too. And in row, Sammy got baptized and the Pope died. Coincidence? I think not. Oh, that's true. You know when I was born, the Pope got shot. I was born 1:37 p.m. on May 13th, 1981. The Pope got shot.
That's when the Pope got shot?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
didn't DeMeo always grab his crotch and do shit? Oh, I have no idea.
Didn't who?
I have no idea. Didn't DeMeo always grab his crotch? I don't know.
And do that shit?
Speaking of the Pope, I know DeMeo committed a murder on the night the Pope visited New York City.
Oh, yeah? Tell us about that.
That was when he killed the Ippolitos on the side of the highway. That was October 1st or 2nd of.
Oh, you mean when he killed what's his name?
79,
oh my God,
78, 79, October of 79.
Yeah, but the guy he killed with the Gambino guy.
Oh, Jimmy Ippolito and his son. Yeah, Jimmy the Clam Ippolito.
No, but Louis Ippolito
but that was Louis Ippolito's cousin and uncle. But that was the same night the Pope was visiting New York City.
I know who's the guy I'm thinking of though that he killed though. He was a Gambino. He ran drugs. I can't believe I can't think of the guy's name. They killed him. They pulled him over and they shot him. Eddie Lino.
Oh, Eddie Lino. Well, it's funny you mention that because where Louis Ippolito and Caracappa do that murder is basically almost the same exact spot that they killed his uncle. Right over there on the side of the belt on Shore Park over there. Basically the same spot. Which is pretty crazy when you think about it.
But
that his uncle got fucking marked over there and then he murdered somebody there later. That's a cop.
Yeah, dude. And I just watched that movie. That was like, the Mob Cops one. But
Oh, how was it?
It's like, you know,
Cringe?
Okay,
You just saying cringy?
no. Well, it's almost like, did you see that DeMeo movie that like was
No, I
like,
couldn't bring myself to do it. No.
yes. So it has like that look to it and stuff. And the guy who made the Gotti movie with Travolta, what's his name from Entourage? Just stay away from mafia movies, man. Because if you have a responsibility to make a movie on John Gotti, I mean, I wouldn't even release like put like the one on HBO is amazing, but I mean, you got to put your heart and soul into that, man. It's just like
Well, the same guy that did the DeMeo movie joined up with him to do this movie.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm bringing.
Well, I know that.
Kevin
Yeah,
Connolly,
I know that.
Kevin Connolly, and it's like, you know what I mean? Here's what it is. I know that business, and Chicky, you know that business, and from what I was trying to do with the Bolger thing, and now what we're doing. A lot of people, you know, they get the money from the investors and then they'll just make something cheap so that they get more money back to themselves.
Well, this is what it is. That's what I say all the time. Listen, there's people who are legitimately talented and they have visions and they could really be something. And then there's people who, but at the same time, like they're not business smart or they don't really know how to raise money or whatever. And then there's people who are just like mildly talented, or maybe not even. I mean, not to judge anyone, but they fucking know how to raise money. They know how to convince people to put money in their fucking pocket.
Oh, don't get me started on one of them. I already know.
That's a talent in itself. That's a talent in itself.
Well, it is a talent in itself, though, but they don't put all of the money like they should into the production. What they do is they keep the money for themselves. They put out little clips of what they're going to be doing. And then the production quality isn't as good because they're trying to live a lifestyle instead of, listen, on my father, and you know what's going on with my father. Someone could come right now with a suitcase with $1.5 million to me on everything. And he could go, Loomis, take the briefcase, 1.5 million cash. Or what you see in your mind with this Bufalino project, production quality, everything like that, we'll just give this to you and hopefully you could figure out what to do. I would take the fucking Bufalino thing in a fucking heartbeat. And that's the truth. And you could take that to the bank. I don't care about money. It's not because I don't have money. I'm not saying it like I don't even have my car right now. My car is getting fucking fixed. I have nothing. I'm just saying like where people's integrity just goes out the window, man, on a lot of things. And
I don't understand it. I never got like people's willingness to make movies based on things, but totally change stories and add things that aren't true. Like, I don't know. I never understood that, but I guess my brain doesn't work that way. I don't know. Like, so I couldn't watch the DeMeo movie when I knew the whole thing was fucking fake. I mean, they added
it looked like a Lifetime movie, like a Lifetime.
I mean, not even that, even that. Yeah, whatever. But the fake
storyline.
Like they pulled some fake fucking Donnie Brasco storyline, like never happened.
Yeah.
They put some woman in there. Who the fuck is that? Yeah. I mean, not to mention
a love story. Yeah, they always got to try to make a love story between the undercover and the girl and this and that. And how many times? Listen, if you want to watch sex, hit X videos or Pornhub. It doesn't need to be in every fucking movie. And to try to make, to just tell the story.
It's fucking whack. It's fucking whack.
So I'm with you on that,
whack, but like I said, some people are very talented and very good at raising money and convincing people to give them money. So good for them, I guess. But they are forgettable movies. They're movies that go in the fucking trash bin and no one's ever going to talk about them. I don't even know why, we're talking about them now, but they're not going to stand the test of time. They barely exist in time to begin with. But I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the psychology behind it.
That's why like guys like Scorsese, who actually are, visionaries and very talented and even
multifaceted.
Yeah. Like he's really into it for the actual movie making aspect of it, though. I'm just saying, a guy's name like John Gotti. You're gonna make a movie on John Gotti, who's one of the most famous gangsters after Al Capone. Right. I mean, come on, like it's just
right. It's stupid. But then there's like the then there's a version of that's kind of fun, and there is some sort of quality to it that makes it fun. Like, for example, like those B-level mob movies that are kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
The people making them know they're fucking cheesy. There's no way that they don't know. Like, this is very gimmicky. And this is funny. But I'm okay with that because they're not trying to like pass it off as a real story, they're getting the same cliche actors and it's kind of corny. But I think that they know it's corny and that's fine. Just like Gravesend.
Yeah,
like
I was just yeah.
Like
Go
you
ahead.
can't tell me that William DeMeo doesn't think some of what he's doing is a little cringy.
I know a lot I could say that I'm not even going to say, but
And if he doesn't think that, well, I'm sorry.
Well, he's not even really
stuff like that. Like he's not trying
that's
to.
not his real name. He's Jewish. He's not even.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
No, you heard that? It's a
like
fact.
half Italian, half Jew.
Yeah, and but his last name though is Jewish, and and he didn't like grow up like.
Where do you get the DeMeo from though? Is that from one of his parents, or he just likes that name?
No, he just likes that they just put that name on.
What a name to pick!
Yeah. Exactly. And then go figure, why do you pick that name
to pick? Because it's
no,
but I don't have a problem with that. Like to me, it's still entertaining because it's fun and it's silly and it's whatever. It's not really trying
it is.
It's not trying to pass off like an actual event as something else, which I find kind of offensive actually. But
he raises up a bunch of money, and I'm not afraid to admit it though. He's one of the ones he is the one that I was talking about that raises a bunch of money and doesn't put it all into the production. He does put money like Shaq's in season 3, so he's paying Chaz Palminteri. I know how much Chaz Palminteri cost a day, and so he's paying them and stuff. But I mean, he's getting millions and millions of dollars. So listen, whatever. I just think that
he I don't know.
Roll the bones.
He did say something to somebody that we both know once that was kind of stupid.
Yeah, but real stupid. Like
whatever
to another like ex-gangster. Like, what do you like? Now I am confident. I am a little confident though. I'm with Linda Scarpa was just in the house. I'm confident on that movie because Wahlberg's involved and he's usually in big productions.
Oh yeah. No, that's I don't think that's a time waster. Yeah, it's fucking Mark Wahlberg. This other stuff like I said, it's fun or whatever, but yeah, I just remembered what he said to someone that we both know. I thought that was cool. So yeah, he's a cornball. I mean, for sure, but whatever, he does his thing, and he's never given up. That's for sure.
Well, that's why you got to give people credit though too on the fact though that it's not easy though making something like that. Right. And if you're able to pull it off, I'll give them credit. It's just what bothers me is when you have someone though that like I know if. First off, I didn't have to get an investor though for this. What we're doing, the actual production company, it's called a collateral deal though. That they believe in it, so they believe in it so much that they took on it, which is great. But it bothers me though, like when you have some people on the sidelines who really want to make something great, artistic that they're passionate about, and then the people though who are getting the money are the ones that are just like you said, putting up the. But like this goes just back to that Kevin Connolly. Stick with acting. And please stick with acting like Ben Affleck, he's a great actor and he has great movies though too. So some actors that go over to directing are great. I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah, I mean, I never liked those guys to begin, like Kevin Connolly. I mean, I was never a fan of anything he ever did. So but
if someone said, Loomis, you're in charge of making John Gotti's life story, you better believe that I'm making that with every cent, and I'm going to be asking for help. Obviously,
yeah, it's crazy. Like. There should be a movie about. I mean, it's easy to say there should be this, but like there should be like a younger Gotti movie, a serious younger Gotti movie, not like that other one they made. Like a real story. Younger, moving up, all the characters.
Well, the HBO Gotti's fantastic.
Yeah. But I'm saying like
you're saying like young. Like before he met Willie Boy Johnson and all those
even
stories.
Like that, even like 20s, like in this, like in the 1960s, let's say.
Or how about though when he's born, like in the freaking tenements, like when they said.
Well, you could do that. Yeah,
you could do it like that, and all of his brothers and everything.
Well, you have flashbacks and stuff like that. Yeah, but mainly starting in like the 60s and 70s or whatever, like moving up to.
I like the idea though of starting even like Henry Hill style when he was a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
starting it that way and then just going with it. And listen, it's hard with a lot. Like with Scarpa, Whitey Bulger, their stories. It's so hard to get it to. There's like the whole story in 2 hours.
It's too much. That's why you need like a series or some of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
But Dominic. Have the Uvas been reincarnated?
Yeah.
I don't pretend I'm not a know-it-all. A lot of people on here, well, old people who used to watch, they're like, "You didn't know that. I know it." Okay, that's great. I don't act like when I know what, like I don't, if I don't know something, I don't act like I know it. What are the Uvas?
Yeah, the Uvas were the young couple that was robbing the social clubs. You know, the story of the couple, Rosemary
Oh
Thomas.
yeah, you mean the movies? Yeah, I see. There's two
Yeah,
movies
those
made
are the
about
ones they
that.
were
Rob
robbing
the
the
Mob.
social clubs. Well, as of late, apparently a Banana Social Club in the Bronx was robbed, and apparently one in Howard Beach, according to reporting, has been robbed.
Got it.
Well, Nadu put out the Howard Beach one, and then Nadu and a couple of other people put out the Bronx one. They're sticking by their reporting. So if that's true, then have the Uvas been reincarnated? Maybe.
I kind of owe Nadu an apology. I'll tell you why. So I wrote to him, and he was talking about an active guy who's not arrested yet, right? And he's like, "This guy just got made, and he might be up to date." I'm like, and I just wrote like, "Jeff, like, why do you just stick with the history? What are you doing?" And he wrote back to me, "What, have you been living under a rock?" That pissed me off at first because what's going on with my father, but he doesn't know that. And secondly, and I know that he lost his, so I know that he would sympathize with that, and I know because he brings it up a lot. But he's like, "I'm a journalist," and I'm like, "You're not a fucking journalist." So I talked to a real journalist with the School for Journalism and everything. I'm like, "Are you two people journalists?" Blah blah blah. And they actually said to me, "Yeah, they are."
Yeah, it depends what you do. Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't know that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Like, you know,
Well,
me
you could be,
digging.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I thought that, like, you know, journalists. So I was wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong. So I was wrong what I said to him. I admit it.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't consider myself a journalist. I have done journalistic things. I mean, I certainly have.
No, yeah.
I don't know what takes to be a journalist. I don't know, whatever. But I did,
No,
yeah.
yeah, but
YouTubers,
investigation, like doing research, all of that type of stuff.
yeah. No,
Going
YouTubers
out there.
definitely, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was thinking like a
But they're
journalist.
different. There's different stuff because Jeff might well be a journalist, but he's also a reporter, which is something I'm not, for example. Like, I'm never going to be a reporter. I'm not a reporter.
Me neither.
He has sources on the street. He has people he talks to. Other people do. So that makes you essentially a reporter. When you can break news and you could put things out there and be the one that's putting out fresh, you're also a reporter, which is journalism. But I think it's, you know.
No, I don't. I just said that I was
Yeah.
wrong. I admit that I was wrong on that. Like, I don't hold to my convictions of like, you know, just, oh, I have to be right all the time. No, man. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I was wrong. And so sorry. And I started calling him Geraldo Nadu afterwards, but I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Jeff. But a detective, I forget which one, said DeMeo used to always grab his unit at them while they were pulling. Oh, I could see that.
Is that right?
Like, you mean really pulling it out?
He used to grab his unit while they were.
Oh yeah,
he
like
used to do that. Yeah,
like fuck off.
yeah,
Like,
probably
yeah,
a couple. I mean, I was either Kenny McCabe or Frank Pergola, maybe.
Like Rose says, I need some of you beautiful people to hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps. I don't ask for money here ever. Just
hit the button, Bo. Hit that button.
Hit that button, Bo. And
make
that's
sure
the
you
best.
subscribe to the channel. Okay.
Yeah, that's my cool little subscribe thing. But yeah.
I mean, yeah. Listen, we've all done journalistic things. I mean,
yeah. Well, no, and I guess I am now too with the Bufalino project. I mean, like, you know, and Frankie, like, you know, like we're the main ones writing it. And with all the research that I've been doing, then I guess I'm a journalist. I never knew I was. You know, I wouldn't call myself that. I'd call myself.
What else would it be? I mean, you're investigating something. You have sources. You have the family. You're putting out information that hasn't been put out before. Imagery, video, whatever it may be. It's journalism.
No. I exactly. I just thought that maybe I was wrong. Listen, I'll always admit.
No, I get it because we're taught to believe that, oh, journalists, right? It's like an authority thing, right? Oh, you went to college, you work for a news agency, you went to school for journalism and stuff like that. But I think that what is happening now is that, you know, like I mean, look at Manny Grossman. I mean, with the Son of Sam stuff. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
He's a fucking obviously a journalist, but he's a journalist who like some fucking how like punched through some threshold to like.
Well, he found out.
He might be like the first one of the first that I've ever seen that might have happened before, where like legitimate law enforcement like teamed up with him to like do something based on his research. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, I was wrong. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man.
No, forget about that other stuff with the do. I'm just saying in general, like I think, and Manny always makes a good point where it's like he would, and I agree. It's like where law enforcement sometimes, where like I think they're too hesitant to take what a civilian says seriously, or like don't think like, oh, just because you're a civilian, like you can't research or put two and two together or have something to offer just because you didn't go to fucking, I don't know, John Jay College or some shit.
Dave, we have all been pissed. However, I've never threatened force oral copulation upon another dude. That hasn't, nor would it ever enter my mind in being angered with another male.
Well,
that never,
listen,
you never,
you're going to do it. If I tell you to do it, you're going to do it, Bo.
Dave, you never like thought about punching someone in the face? Come on. I said thought, not do it. There's a difference between thinking and acting, right? Acting on it.
But did you interpret that one wrong?
Yeah, probably. You know me.
He's talking about Sammy oral copulation.
No, I'm talking about this one here. We all have been pissed. However, I've never threatened force oral.
What is like? What is this guy talking about?
No, that was terrible on my part.
What's the matter with you, David? You never thought of that? What the fuck is the matter with you?
Armand Asante, best Gotti ever, hands down.
Yeah, I mean the bar is pretty low. I mean, he is the best Gotti, but who can you compare him to? Nobody. I mean, the bar's pretty fucking low, right? Travolta. Then he had like there's like 2 or 3 other Gotti movies, and each one's worse than the next.
Oh yeah, I saw one though, man.
You know,
it was really like a Lifetime movie where the guy doesn't even like they didn't even try to make him even look like him at all. And it was like The Juror, not The Juror. That's the movie with Demi Moore and Baldwin. But there was another one. I think it's called Getting Gotti or something like that.
Yeah,
and
there's a. I know they have the Sinatra Club one. That's the Sal Polisi thingy, and then there's another one. I forgot. Actually, did you ever watch the trailer for that Sal Polisi Sinatra Club one?
I saw. I actually watched that whole movie.
I saw the trailer. It was so funny.
Yeah, I saw the whole. But Joey Diaz is in it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's Tommy Two Guns' uncle in it. Yeah.
That's funny.
Analyze This and That were great comedies. Yes, they were. Greg Jr. was on set too with Mar. Yes, he was. Shout out to Greg Jr. too. Thank you, Greg, for sharing that post about me. The other day I woke up and he was shared my page and stuff like that. I was telling people to follow. So, and Linda, I talked to Linda. She's a sweetheart. She's just fantastic, though. Fantastic lady. But do you really think another Gotti movie will do well? Gotti has been over. It could have back then, meaning when Kevin Connolly did it. If someone with the right now, I don't know. Like now it's like,
no, I mean, listen, we could use a different.
And listen, he's right though, because the documentary world, critical content reached out to me. They reached out to a couple of YouTubers and they wanted to do like, they wanted to get mob insiders.
What's that?
It's a huge production company.
Okay.
And they reached out to me and I sat down and we did a Bluetooth thing. This is when I was working on the Bulger project and they wanted to do like a reality type show of like mob insiders. And they were reaching out to a bunch of them. And my point being is they ended up going with Get Gotti. Like how many more Gotti documentaries though do we really need? That's why I love what we're doing now. Like on Bufalino, there's never been one. Like I'm just saying like, yeah, here's why they do it, because they don't care even about making extra money. It's all a business. They want to at least make sure that they make this much amount or whatever, and Gotti's name sells. But it's like, and that woman, who was that lady talking on that Get Gotti? You see that?
What's her name? Giovino. I don't know much about her.
Like, yeah, I know that she was like around them and stuff. But
she used to date Mark Ryder, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm just saying though. Like, I mean, I think we. it's time now to make some documentaries on different though.
I'd like to see I'd like to see a Lufthansa documentary.
Yeah,
A newer one where they really go in depth about all of the characters, or like a real Goodfellas documentary where they even deeper than what they've done on TV or whatever they've done over the years. I'd like to see one of those. I'd like to actually be a part of that if they ever did one. I think I would have a lot to offer.
I think you would too, with all the videos you did with the boots on the ground
as far as all the Goodfellas, like the real locations, the real places, the stack stuff. I mean, I've done stories on other guys, Angelo Sepe. I mean, a bunch of other stuff. I would definitely love to be a part of if they ever did something like that.
Right. Kevin Connolly got Joey Merlino podcast started. Yeah, he did. Yeah, with the money for he's the one that put it up, the money, and that's different. Than creating a movie, though. That's different than creating a movie.
Right. Well, I mean, listen, what I said before is what I've been saying forever. And I sound like a broken record. I sound like a broken record. I mean, I've been saying it forever. What the mob genre or whatever, the organized crime mafia genre needs is a series, like I say 1,000 times. I know it's played out like a Tales from the Crypt type series where it's just half-hour episodes of storylines. If it doesn't have to be about, listen, I love the history of the mob, but we don't have to keep fucking feeding people the history of the mafia. 1927. And that's when I started NYC Crime Spot. I wasn't going to do that because I'm fucking, who cares? Like I care, but who cares, right? So I just want to do like interesting storylines within a broader storyline, and that's what they need to focus on. I know they've done documentaries on the history. I mean, they just did another one. How many fucking times are you going to do that? A 7-part series on the history of the mafia.
Yeah.
Next week on A&E, some bullshit like that, right? When you could have like a Tales of the Crypt type thing where it's like each one is a half-hour fucking storyline. It's the Jimmy Heidel kidnapping where this kid tries to kill a fucking mob boss. He gets abducted and tortured. You break it down in a half hour. You break it down. You get a glimpse of Gas Pipe in a half-hour story about torturing fucking Jimmy Heidel, whatever it is. You could do. You mentioned Greg Scarpa before. Half-hour story about him with AIDS getting shot in the fucking eye. Maybe a couple of flashbacks, or it's just like half-hour things, little things.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell people about the history of the mob. Stop telling people about the history of the fucking mob. Stop glorifying it. Stop making it romantic. We got to give people like ugly stuff. We got to stop it with this.
Yes.
We have to give people ugly stuff. We have to give people some brutality, some real fucking shit, right?
Yeah. And that's why
stop it with the romance. Enough.
That's why with what we're doing right now, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the uglier, and the uglier. It's not, you know what I'm saying? But Ro has a point here about that journalist thing. Don't you have to have press credentials as a journalist?
I mean, those are just good for like getting into certain places. I mean, you could get credentials. I mean, if there's an event going on, you could reach out to the event and be like, "Hey, I have a YouTube channel. Can I get a credential?"
Without an LLC, without an LLC, I have an LLC, but I'm saying
no, that's just for a company. I mean, you don't really need an LLC. I mean, you could reach out to any fucking event and ask for a thing and see if they give it to you.
Yeah.
That's not an end all be all. Just because you're a journalist doesn't mean you'll have a press pass for every fucking thing that's going on in the city or the country or whatever. Like, I don't think it works that way generally. I don't know, but listen, half-hour stories. We don't got to tell people the history of the fucking mob. Like I said, you could do a Casso Heidel. You could do a 3 Capos. You could do just like just give people glimpses of these things.
Well,
and then it'll open their mind, and then maybe you can do season 2. And what do you know? Hey, that's that same gas pipe guy that was torturing that kid in the basement of their house. Oh, he's in another story. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's just this is like what you need, what I think should be done. But
what you're saying is a lot of people glorify and they think it's all romanticized, and it's It's ugly, man. It's real fucking ugly. And me talking to the people that I talk to, you know who I talk to, and the people that you've talked to, it's not romantic at all. Like it's, you know what I mean? And people just think that it's
Right. I mean, there's so many. I mean, look at Chris Archel. He mentions the Westies. Like, imagine you do a Westies episode. You do like a fucking Westies episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it's like they fucking, and you could do this in a half hour.
Throwing Ruby Stein's
You
head
could do
around.
this, right? You could do this in like a half hour, 35 to 40-minute Netflix style episodical thing. In one episode, they could whack Ruby Stein, the DeMeo crew can whack Mickey Spillane, and they can have a meeting with Castellano and Tommaso, and you could do whatever you do, whatever, and then you could end the episode, and maybe they'll show up somewhere later. Who knows? Yeah. If not, at least you got a cool little story out of it. And that's it, because this is how people's brains work anyway nowadays. Like, they don't like, I don't know. It's just like,
I mentioned it on Brett's
I just would like to see more real stories and less of the, like I said before, the history of Cosa Nostra in America.
Well, it is American history. That's
Lucky Luciano. No, but it's just like the same. Like, why do we got to go through fucking 10 volumes? Like, they just came out with that thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out with that thing recently, which was based, what was it? The 5 Families based on Selwyn Robson, which was cool. It was cool. Fine. We got some cool audio recordings out of that. We got some good stuff. But it's still just like a fucking, I don't know. It's still just like a straight up like chronological, historical, whatever type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't need to teach people. You could just show them different storylines in a strange world.
Well,
Wesley's Lead is still trying to get released. Yeah.
Are you saying like after? Let me ask you this: are you saying though, like, because it's already been done so many times? Because I think that people should know the history, but not every fucking time. Because I mean, they fucking.
I don't think it fucking matters. I don't think that matters. It's
history.
Just as a form of it. But I don't think that you need
it's American history.
I don't think you need to go. No, it is for sure. I don't think you need to go into a show like that because you're into history. I think you can go into a show like that because somebody told you, yo, you got to watch this shit, bro. These guys are fucking crazy. And these are true stories.
Yeah, well,
they got episode 3. They fucking hung this guy upside down in a bathtub and fucking chopped him up and put him in a box and sent him to a dump. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with you on that, but going back to the bootlegging days with Kennedy and all of them and all of that, I could see.
Right, that's important. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I could see something out there having the history, but not constantly. Like, you know, now let's do something, at least have it out, because it is American history at the end of the day. It is.
Right.
I mean, with different trade unions, different trade.
Of course it is. Yeah, yeah. That's why I like it, because it's American history. Yeah.
Instead of just going, I think we need one of those, and then okay, now let's go to the Tales of the Crypt fucking shit like you're talking about. Which, by the way, is a phenomenal idea.
Well, you could have both. I mean, you could have both out. I mean, I just think that an episodical type thing with different storylines would be fucking cool.
I think it'd be. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, though, is that the history of it is history. So if they never did
that's important too.
Yeah,
that's important too. But I'm talking about
they overdo that.
They overdo that, but you could still do it. I'm not saying not to do it. It could still be done. But I don't think that's what brings people. That's for nerds, bro. That's for nerds. I don't think that's what is going to bring new people in to be interested in this stuff.
No, not now. I agree with you 100%.
I'm trying to think of something that's going to get people interested in these stories and realize that, like,
it's not a good life.
And listen, it's the same thing why Quentin Walker does all this Roy DeMeo stuff. It's the same thing why I've done so many Roy DeMeo stuff and whatever. And I talked to Pete LaFrosia, and you see these channels. Roy DeMeo is the only gangster where you'll see, and he's the only one where you'll see non-mafia channels do biographies on him, for example, because he's like a crossover type character, right? He transcends the mob in some weird way because people call him a serial killer or whatever else, right?
Yeah.
So so that appeals to people that are not interested in the mafia. Yeah, they're not interested in it. They're just interested in like diabolical people and crazy storylines, you know?
Yeah, but there are people though. There are people though too though who are not just interested in what you're interested in. There are people out there who are interested in the history of it as well.
I understand that, but those people are always going to be there. That's when you put out something that's like the history of the mafia.
I think I'm missing.
But that's not going to bring people.
No, that doesn't appeal to me right now.
Going to wake up and be like, "Wow, that looks interesting. I might be into the mob." But if they hear there's some brutal shit going on fucking Netflix, that's true. They'll be like, "Oh, let me check that out. I heard that shit's crazy."
I agree and disagree.
I heard that shit's crazy.
I agree and disagree to the point if I watched a movie, if I was younger, like I was in 1990 when Goodfellas came out, and I saw Goodfellas, and then I saw the history of the mafia, I absolutely would be all over that. But now, after that's been done so many fucking times, I'd rather, at this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this point. I'm thinking about this point in time.
Oh, at this point, I'm with you.
Oh, not never. I mean, come on. I'm talking about today, 2025.
Yes. Okay.
2025 is stop 100%. Trying to feed the public the history of the mafia. Stop it. They don't care. People that care. Nobody else cares. You have to feed them interesting storylines and interesting characters to get them into it. That's how I look at it.
Oh, listen, everything you're saying right now, I agree in 100%. You're saying with up to date now, 100%. Instead of going back to remember when they did that making of the Mod New York and the Firefighters Chicago and then this and that.
It's good.
Yeah, and
I love that old stuff. That old stuff's the best. That old stuff is better than anything new they can make.
I thought you were
saying 1987 documentary over a 2007 documentary.
I know, but I thought you were saying like we didn't need that. We needed just Tales of the Crypt. I misheard you is what I was saying. I'm apologizing because I didn't.
No,
you're saying up to date.
I wasn't saying. I'm talking about today.
All right, here's a good question.
History. No, come on. Yeah.
Here's a good question. Well, you were saying the history of the mob, but you were mocking it like but you should do a voiceover.
No, I'm talking about today. No, I'm talking about today.
I know that now. I know that now.
Okay.
Loomis and Brett.
Okay, Bob.
Loomis and Brett. Dude, stop doing that. You fucking don't stop that.
Pull up that clip over there of this guy, Chris Archula. All right, let me see this. Loomis and Brett.
Loomis and Brett. Of those still alive, what figure would you want to interview most if given the chance?
And deceased, alive, and deceased. I guess it means.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got this. You go first.
It's tough for me. I don't know. It's tough.
Mayan's weird though. Could Mayan though be someone that was born like into it but wasn't involved?
Yeah. Wasn't involved? Oh, we're just like around it though?
Was like a child of it.
I think maybe, I don't know. I think he's probably speaking from like the actual criminals. I mean, I would imagine.
No, I was thinking of, well, Greg was obviously one, but like Greg and Linda Scarpa, like I would love though, like, them two. To interview them. Greg though was though.
Well, that's fine. But let's talk about like the impossible ones, like not something that's possible.
Okay.
It would have to be like impossible. Like it's never going to happen.
Being honest though,
you can dream, but it's never going to happen.
Wait, out of those still alive, that's not impossible. The ones that still alive aren't impossible.
Well, there's made guys. I mean, that you're not going to be able to interview.
Made guys of today.
Or they're retired or whatever, or they just got out of prison, like a la the Gemini twins or something.
There you go. Okay, so would that be one? But I mean, I would think though, with the work that you've done on DeMeo and all that they would be interesting for you. I can't answer.
Yeah, they would be, but it would be. Yeah, they would never do an interview, first of all. But
I know, but he's saying hypothetical.
Hypothetically, yeah.
Okay, what about deceased for you?
Deceased?
Yeah.
As far as a gangster, a deceased gangster?
Yeah.
I think I've said this before. I'm not going to say DeMeo because that's too obvious.
I have two.
Deceased? Are you going to pick two, huh?
I think I have three.
I would say, as far as deceased, I would say probably David Patillo, Genovese guy.
Yeah.
David Patillo and that's a good question.
It's a great question, by the way, to get to the ducking point.
Yeah. Oh, you go. I don't know. I'll just
No, I wasn't telling you to get that. I was reading his name.
Oh, what is that?
I wasn't telling you to get to the point. I was reading his name. Get to the ducking point.
Oh, that's right. That's the name. Yeah. Yeah, probably David Patillo, Little Davy, and I don't know. It's a good one.
See, Russell, though, for me, though, would be like, it's so hard because he would just never do either would the other ones, though, too. But that's just because of my project. Obviously, I'd love to interview him or Angelo, but Joe, though, is good enough, though, for me, though, with all the stuff that we have. But deceased, I'll go with Whitey Bulger and Greg Scarpa, Sr.
Oh, so you picked two. All right. So maybe I'll pick another one, too.
Just because of, like, if you really look at their life stories, I mean, Jesus Christ. And everything. I mean, Bulger's from Alcatraz. And I mean, he started as a banker. He had the LSD experiment done, MK Ultra, all that crazy shit. So
crazy,
him
and
Scarpa Sr. would be the deceased ones. Alive for me. I mean, who's out there that's alive?
Oh, alive?
Yeah, like who's really?
I mean, you got the Gemini twins.
Yeah, I know that. We just brought them up, but I'm saying who else besides them?
For me, John Carneglia.
Joe Watts.
John Carneglia is definitely top for me.
Yeah. Carneglia would be but their stories are more just like kill and put the bodies away. Like, see, Greg and Whitey's story interests me more because of the whole it's just, they're just insane stories, but they're deceased. I'm trying to think alive.
There you go, Mickey Featherstone, Jimmy Coonan.
Oh, done. Mickey Featherstone. What am I talking about? Yeah. Mickey Featherstone, hands down.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's a good one.
Who said that?
Chris Archula.
Thank you, Chris Achilles. No, I'm just kidding. Chris Archula.
Rich Achilles.
100% Mickey Featherstone for me. 100%. Thanks for answering for me, Chris. You got that's I forgot. And Mickey's still out there and stuff, which is and everyone thought what was his name? Coffee the cop. Right when that happened, they're like, this guy.
Oh, Joe Coffey.
Yeah, he's like, he ain't gonna make it out there or this or that. And he, TJ English spoke to him, and who's like my favorite author out there, and who wrote the Westies, and they're doing good. Wait, let me see. Before I found Loomis, I knew nothing about Russell Bufalino. Nobody really did before The Irishman, unless you read I Heard You Paint Houses.
I'll show you guys something you never saw before. Look at that. Look at it quick. It's almost gone.
Yeah, you sent that to me.
That's an unpublished photo of Mickey Featherstone, Jackie Coonan, Richie Ryan, and somebody else.
Yeah, I got that.
Unpublished. First time it's been published. It's been right there on your channel.
I know. I could have put it up, but me, I would never do that. I'm not like that. You sent that to me.
There's another one of Mickey when he's young.
Nice.
Black and white.
Yep, I got that one. That one, though, you could find. I've seen that one before online.
No, you didn't. You thought you did, but you didn't.
I definitely saw that picture of Mickey on the right, but he's like this, and he has the short hair. Yeah, I probably saw it from you.
It was from me. I think we had this conversation. Yeah, we had this conversation. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not out there.
Got it. Well, then stop putting it up to the screen, will you? Save it for your show. Don't put it on mine.
No, I'm not going to show anybody it.
No,
I just.
All right, well, then text it to me. I'll put them up, and I can
somebody can screenshot it and put it on Reddit later. Put it on fucking Reddit later, you momos.
No, but I'm saying I could just do the freaking boom, like when you send it over, though,
Well, then it's easy to screenshot. I just got to give you a grainy, shitty fucking right in front of the cam type shit.
Good luck. You know who that is?
Do I know where that is?
No. Do you know? Let me ask anyone in the audience. Do they know who that is?
In the middle?
Far left.
He's
not a gangster. Nah, far left, you'll never know. Nobody's going to know the answer to that one, except maybe CJ. In the middle, people will know.
Far left.
The guy who's
It looks like a
know,
young. It looks like a young Sheeran, but I don't know who that is.
No, it's not, and it's not even a gangster though, so that one doesn't count. It's Bill Bufalino, the attorney. It's Kerry Bufalino and Russell Bufalino
Yeah, I figured that was Russell.
in Detroit.
Yeah.
And then this is Russell and Angelo Bufalino. And then I think they're the only ones that I have up for now up on there. And then this guy though, I love. I mean, this guy's great. Like Pat Nee. He's still alive. Pat Nee's probably going to tell everyone out there with the Bulger story. That's the only guy alive besides Johnny Monorano and Kevin Weeks who anyone should talk to about Whitey Bulger. That's it. Or just talk to them about Pat was in the gang wars and, was actually beating Bulger. If there was the Mullins and the McLaughlins and Pat's, he was out, and that was White. That's Whitey's liquor store out there.
Oh, wow.
And then the house though that they went to though was the Haunty though. They tore that down. It's like a big townhouse now where they used to bury the bodies. But that American Made, I love that channel though. He just had Kevin Weeks on.
Yeah, he seems like a nice kid over there.
Great guy. I talked to him on Instagram. Solid dude. It's a great interview up with Kevin Weeks.
I guess him and Louis Kasman have a thing going on now.
Louis, why can't I think of Louis Kasman?
Louis Gotti's buddy.
Oh yeah. The son. Speaking of that, though, Larry Rolla wants to doesn't want him for a show or anything like that. He just has some questions for him and stuff like that because he knew about him back in the day with Gotti, and I have to try to get in touch with him because Larry just wants to talk to him. Nothing about a project. He just wants to just have a conversation with him because he knew John. Who's that? What's that? Pat. Yeah, that's Pat. And that was me and Pat and did you see the documentary? It's an old one of Mickey Featherstone in disguise talking in my
yeah.
Dude, that's that.
Those are great, man. Those are the best.
Those ones were fantastic.
Yeah, they're great.
And Featherstone, he had the stash, and he's not even like, they say he's a little bit in disguise and stuff though, but dude, he has such a soft voice, and like they said, the pictures, they look like choir boys.
And then you hear, he's so fucking schizophrenic and this and that.
3 people, dude, before joining the Westies, and they never had a good time because of insanity. Like, it's crazy. Leonetti, it's funny that you brought that up. I think Kevin mentions it here because he knows him. Let me see. Or I could be wrong in this clip if I have it up. Wait.
We're talking about Russell Bufalino, probably the most powerful mob boss in the world. Nobody would know who that is unless you saw The Irishman.
It was when we grew up, everyone was like, we think he might be connected with the Teamsters and stuff. So, I mean, including Frank Sheeran. I mean, when Russ met Frank, because Russ is a mechanic. No, that's not the one. You know what it is? On the episode I did with him, he grew up around Leonetti and all those guys. That guy right there, Kevin Donaldson. But he told me, though, that Phil Leonetti, he could have done anything. And he had, when he was in witness protection, he had a very successful landscaping business. Well, he still is. But when he said Leonetti, Leonetti was just on Patrick McDavid. It's kind of weird, though. Like, he still hides his face and everything like that.
I know. I mean, Patrick McDavid's bought out a lot of people. He's done a lot.
Oh, yeah.
For what you would call the genre.
The genre. I could have sworn, though, I had that clip of him talking about Leonetti. I'll put it up next time. But yeah, because he grew up with Scarfo's kids, and he always felt bad, though, for Scarfo's kid because his dad was always going in and out of prison and stuff like that. And people used to bully. If you watch the interview that Kevin Donaldson did on my show, it's on the video section, post-traumatic success. He talks about how Scarfo's kid would get bullied in school. And Kevin's like, dude, what are you guys doing?
Is that the one that took himself out?
No.
Okay. The other one.
But but he would get picked on so bad in school and bullied. And like Kevin was just like, while he's in high school, he's like, don't you guys know what his father is? because he was like, I don't care what anyone says. He's like, Nicky Scarfo was a savage, and like he was. I mean,
yeah,
he was a dangerous
Or
individual.
if you're Joey Molino, oh, Nicky was a good man. He was a good man. He was a good man. Yeah, he was a good man. Yeah, he was a good man, motherfucker.
Be careful, dude. There's a lot of people out there though that
he was a good man, motherfucker.
They're not gonna like you, Brett, because you know they're so far up people's asses. You know.
I don't care. I mean, I like Merlino. I watch some of his stuff, but I
fucking love Joey Merlino, dude. I think he's hysterical.
Yeah.
You know, I made that episode on snuff. I just think he's annoying and that he shouldn't be calling out gangsters when you never lived that life. Joey?
Yeah, but I'm not up anyone's ass, you know. I mean, I don't really care.
No, but no, I got an email going, you should respect Snuff just because he knows Joey.
Okay, whatever.
The fuck does that mean?
Sounds
I judge everyone I judge everyone by individual merit. These be like, you know, Joey, I think you want to watch the funniest thing in the world? Watch his Vlad TV interview.
I did, yeah, it's funny.
Is your name Joey? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, no, I'm being sarcastic though, but
he did mess up once. He did mess up once.
He screwed it on one
he
time.
Goes, always blame us. Always blame the mafia. You know, it's like, what was that?
You didn't say the mafia, though. He goes, blame us, but it was.
He didn't say that. I thought he did. I thought he said the mob.
He said us. He goes, you always blame us, and then like he caught himself real quick though. But it was like if you read the comments in that interview, they're hysterical. Joey, it's like, Joey, did you have a birthday? I don't know. Joey, did you like if you just read the comment section of that?
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that one was, but
money.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I watch everybody's stuff, but then I go about my day. Like I could never envision myself like having a channel where all I do is talk about another man all day or talk about like the comings and goings of like some of these senior citizens that are on YouTube. Like I don't like, why would you do that?
I
did see, there is a current 1 or 2 pics of Leonetti. He basically looks the same. I mean,
yeah. Did you ever see the old school, like we're talking about ones where he was gray haired, where he did the
He looks like fucking Bob Barker or some shit. Yeah.
But it looks just like him though, but he has no gray hair.
It's so stupid,
the worst disguise in the world. I was crying.
Yeah,
congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
What happened?
I don't know.
Well, should I be
maybe marriage or something?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna be there, man. So congratulations, Brett.
Thank you.
I was gonna tell you that on the day, obviously, but congratulations.
I could listen to Pete the Pickle. Yeah, I think Pete might be coming on tomorrow.
Dude, never been. I'll never forget though what I wrote. Remember?
Pete the Prick.
And I know, but it was scrolling underneath for a while.
The bottom. Yeah. Pete called me on the phone while I was live on Loomis's show.
And
I guess you changed the scrolling banner on the bottom and wrote Pete the Prick live.
Yeah, I put Pete the Prick live, and I was like, "Fuck!" And I would do that for anyone, not just because he was the man. I did not mean that at all. But
I see. I called him yesterday. No, wait. When did I do a live stream? When was yesterday? Friday? Oh, I called him on Thursday because Jerry could put out an article about the Gemini twins. They were implicated in another homicide, which came out 22 years ago in court testimony, but he just got a hold of this court testimony, I guess. So, and he starts off I love Jerry Capisi, whatever, but he starts off the article, a 35-year cold case murder might deserve another look. Like, what are you trying to say? What were you trying to say? You're gonna fucking drag these guys in to fucking throw them away for murder again or something? So I spoke to Pete about it, and he said Jerry Capisi's a good writer. He should write his own obituary.
I like Pete, man.
That's basically what Pete had to say.
Maybe funnier. I'm sorry, but maybe, even though this wasn't even an edited thing, I got to bring it up. That clip when you're asking Pete about the Roy DeMeo tattoo on the head.
Oh, dude. Sometimes I watch that just to watch it sometimes. Yeah.
So do I. I mean,
it's so funny.
Where is that?
If you go to, there's a short of it on my channel. on NYC Crime Spot.
Yeah, I'm going.
Pretty
right
sure.
Oh, I'm going to that right now. Hold on.
Oh, I just watch that for fun sometimes. It's so fucking funny.
One of the funniest. It's. I woke up and it was the first thing I saw. When it started my day off beautiful. Hold on.
Oh, it's called Roy DeMeo tattoo.
Yeah, Roy DeMeo.
Just the way he acts and things. He's so fucking naturally funny, dude. He's so funny.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know the timestamp on the actual episode.
No, but it's a separate short. I put it up as a separate short.
Yeah, here it is. Okay, but see what I'm gonna have to do though, because it's short. They don't blow up big. They're tiny. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me go back to the beginning.
Thank you, David Lopez. Thank you, Bo.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
1 second. Share screen. Let me go to the.
You know what the Roy tattoo is, Pete?
I have no idea. I haven't seen a tattoo on one. Well, maybe one on his arm. I'm not sure. You know, he always in a suit, that guy. Nah.
What do you think about that?
Nah, I don't think about that. What is that? Nah. Who did this? Oh my God.
I don't know why I can't hold it in anymore. So that's somebody who apparently got Roy DeMeo's head tattooed on his head.
You gotta be shitting me. That's a head with a head on it?
That's somebody's head. You don't see that?
Oh, well, from here, I know. So I thought that's the top of his head.
Yeah, that's the side of his side, back side of his head.
I guess Roy got his back, right? That's what
he might be in the chat right now if he's a fan. I mean, he should want to hear from you.
Hey, listen, anybody got Roy watching his back is all right.
Roy's. That's a good way to put it.
We ever heard you, buddy? Trust me.
I get it. So Roy's watching his back.
Well, it looks like that to me. Can't be watching.
That's how Pete rationalizes it. Roy's watching his back. That's good, Pete. That's really intuitive of you. Oh my God. No, that's real, Cindy. I have a lot of tattoos. I know what a real tattoo looks like. That looks
that was definitely a real tattoo.
That's a real tattoo. It looks to be a real tattoo. And that picture's old. I've had that photo for I probably posted that on my channel, Pete, maybe people forgot, over 2 years ago. I've had that photo for at least 3 years. So that's before everyone was doing AI and all this crazy shit.
You should send it to me. I want to show somebody that. I might have seen it, didn't even realize what the hell it was, man.
I'm gonna send it to you. You know what the Roy tattoo is? Yeah, that thing, dude. I watched that song. I just find it so funny. The funniest thing about it is I never asked Pete who he wanted to show it to.
That was NYC Crime Spot. By the way, you gotta see
dude,
that shit.
The funniest thing about it is I never asked Pete who he wanted to show that to. He goes, I want to show that to somebody. Let me show that to somebody.
Dude, your laughter though with it though it makes it. Were you hearing me dying over there?
No, yeah, I could see you. Yeah, no, it's fucking dude.
No, but were you able to hear me? I was screaming.
Well, you muted yourself.
Oh, thank God, because I was screaming when he says you start dying right in the beginning. Oh, your fucking eyes, dude, they're burning.
That was the head on it.
He's got his back.
Roy's watching his back.
Very intuitive of you, Pete.
Yeah. He goes, I said, Roy's watching his back. And if you hear Pete in the background, he goes, well, he's not watching his front.
Oh,
he's
God.
fucking nuts, dude. He's so fucking nuts. Some of the shit that he says.
I love people. I love fucking.
I mean, he has said to me some of the craziest shit that I've ever heard people say to me has come out of his mouth. I mean, the craziest thing he said to me, the craziest thing any human being has ever fucking said to me. That guy. He goes, what did he say? He goes like this one day. He goes, listen, we don't judge people, but that doesn't mean we won't send them to be judged sooner. Who the fuck says that? I'm like, wait a second. What the fuck are you trying to say? We don't judge people, but that doesn't mean we won't send them to be judged. I mean, that's like the craziest thing anyone's ever said to me. I gotta be honest with you. This guy's gonna throw up.
Stop.
It's literally the craziest thing anyone has ever fucking said to me. But you know,
no, I had to blow my nose, man. I didn't want to do it.
We were talking about Harvey Rosenberg actually, and that he's like,
yeah. Well, sometimes you know we don't judge people, but that doesn't mean we won't send them to be judged sooner.
It's like that's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to rationalize it. Like I'm not judging you by fucking killing you. I'm just sending you to be judged.
Stop. Man, I don't know. I can't stop.
Somebody else is gonna judge. Somebody else is gonna judge you. I'm not judging you. I'm just sending you to be judged. I mean, that's fucking. I don't know. I never forget that one. But
talk to the chat.
What's going on?
Oh,
yeah, this is fun. This is fun. Roro, best Pete quote for what I understand. He fell off the Arizona. Oh, Danny Grillo. What I understand.
I can't.
And then he goes, what does he say? Oh my God. He said so many crazy. He was talking about this guy, Mikey Muscles, that they killed, and nobody liked him. He was like a pedo. He was a fucked up kind of guy.
Right.
He was a neighborhood bully. He goes,
you know, like when you're not supposed to laugh, but you can't help it.
Yeah. He goes, what does he say?
He goes, you know, they bring him to the place. Next thing you know, Sleepy Hollow.
Next thing you know, Sleepy Hollow. I guess that means he lost his head.
He goes, next thing you know, Sleepy Hollow.
Oh my God, dude.
I can't.
I remember all the shit he said. It's so crazy.
Oh, I fucking can't. You sound just like
him. Brought him to some place, from what I understand, and next thing you know, Sleepy Hollow.
I mean, who the fuck says that shit?
Dude, shut the fuck up. Please.
I'm trying to think of more people.
No. I mean, you could, but I can't, dude. I'm dying. I'm literally dying right now. I can't stop fucking dying. Oh, man.
Oh, what did he say? Roro likes the other one. He goes, you fucking, you're telling a story. The story keeps changing. He goes,
one guy tells another guy. Next thing you know, Santa.
I can't even say it.
He goes, one guy tells another guy, and next thing you know, Santa Claus is a hooker. You know?
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Next thing you know, Santa Claus is a hooker.
It's fucked up.
Oh, I can't.
Crazy. Oh, man. Lewis is gone. This is the NYC Crime Spot. They stuck a broomstick up Mikey Muscle's ass. That's what they say. There was actually two Mikey Muscles, believe it or not. There was two of them. There was like a Bensonhurst one, and then there was like a Flatbush, Flatlands, Canarsie, Mikey Muscles. There was two of them.
All right. I'm back.
You done?
Yeah, thanks for holding it. The holy fuck, dude. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, I was dying. I haven't laughed thank you, man. I needed that. I think. Oh my God.
Fetisms.
I know.
Let's try to get some more out of them. I don't know.
No. I'm sure go ahead for the people watching. You could. I shouldn't say no. All right. What do we got?
No, I don't know. I can't remember any now, but yeah.
They stuck the broomstick up Mickey Muscles. What is going on?
Yeah, and then they fucking Sleepy Hollowed him.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow, dude, is what fucking put me on the ground. I was literally laying right on the side of my desk here.
From what I understand, he jumped off the Arizona, from what I understand.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Is right.
Wow, man, we already hit the 2 hour mark.
Jesus Christ.
What time is it? Oh, it's only 11:35.
What's up, Lefty? How you doing, buddy?
Lefty's here.
Yeah.
What's up, gentlemen? I got a bone to pick with this cocksucker. Lefty. No, I'm not serious. I love it.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
I couldn't talk to you, but that episode you saw with me and my man Gerard, who shot himself in the heart, you're like, just put the microphone down, it'll work. Believe me, pal, we tried that and it wasn't working. You see how I remember every little fucking detail? But I wanted to comment back on that, but I wasn't looking at the comments, but it wasn't working. That's why I was holding it for that episode. But he came here and sat here. I'm not even in the episode, and his story is just fucking insane. And
Yeah, he shot himself in the. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, he's right here. I actually took the clip down though, but I have the picture. I think
Must be rough for him to listen to that Bon Jovi song.
to stop it, dude. He might be watching, but an act of God. The story of Gerard Gilbert.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I know, dude. I know.
I can't help myself. I could be so much worse.
No, but tomorrow, though, he's gonna smack me. Did you see the short we made?
Yeah. No. It's fucking crazy. No, for real.
No, I'm talking about when, like, I was telling, I was bleeding out of my mouth because that's how he says hello. Like, we're like this boxing. He just goes boom. He's a very tough dude.
Yeah.
And he caught me, and I'm like, I'm leaking blood. I'm like, fucking, I'll make it short. He had like his arm. I had my arm around. I'm like, we're going live in a few. Yeah, he's fucking nuts, but in a good way. Oh, what's this? I go.
That was good. At least we got a funny laugh out of this.
Oh, dude, I was dying. Listen, I got an extra mic if you want that will work. Lefty, I got a bunch of mics. I appreciate the offer, but it was like a spare of the moment. Boom, let's do a quick live thing on the patio. And but thank you for offering. I mean that. I'm laughing still about, I don't know if you jumped in 5 minutes ago, what was going on. And the residual effects of that are still going on. From Pete the Pick and Roy DeMeo's tattoo head and Sleepy Hollow. Fucking Sleepy Hollow.
Oh my God.
Oh, what's this? I go to Sean Adams. I go to bathroom.
He's asking you, I guess. Go ahead, buddy. Do it. Do your thing.
Yeah, no, you're allowed. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah, you could.
I go to bathroom? I guess that's how you say it.
I go to bathroom. I go to bathroom.
I go to bathroom?
No, but
Sean Adams.
He's allowed. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
You know this guy, Sean Adams? Is he friend?
Yeah, I think I've seen him on here before, but thanks for being here, Sean. Hit that like button before you go shit. And we'll
I go to bathroom?
Nah, just kidding.
Say hello to your cousin Brian while you're at it.
No, I think maybe he was breaking my balls, like, because I just left. So he probably thought, like, did I go to the bathroom?
Oh, maybe.
I had to get off the screen. I was dying. Loomis, when is your Buffy? I can't even talk.
I think it's Schuylkill, right? Schuylkill,
John. You're not from Schuylkill County, from around here, are you, John? But what is winter time? We're hoping though. Latest is winter 2026, which would be the early though 2026, January, February. So end of the year, my man. End of the year. Trailer for I can't play the trailer. I could play the trailer, but I don't like. It's not the real trailer. It's like the trailer for the trailer, but it's good. But I can't
trailer for the trailer.
Yeah, like, trailer coming soon. It's like a little teaser.
Oh, okay. Trailer for the trailer. I get it.
Trailer for the trailer.
What is that? The new normal? The new normal woke joke? Is that the new normal?
That's the Tony Pizza.
What do you got a trailer for a trailer? You got a trailer for a trailer? That's the new normal.
What's the first thing he said to me when he saw his
shit.
Where's he been?
Frank in his fucking deranged mind thought it was a good idea to have him on the show one night, which was not a good idea. It was a horrible idea. And then after he gets off, he goes on his own fucking show and he goes, I like Frank, I don't know about his co-host. Seems like a real dipshit, but so that's the last time I heard of him.
Yeah, when he came on mine, he's like, "I don't
dipshit," and then
I let him in on mine.
Frank after
I let him in on mine on an open door, and he just goes, "I don't like your background." Like when I had the piano picture back there, and I go, "Okay, man." Like, all right, get the fuck out of here then.
Yeah,
but he's racist and shit like that.
He just did an N-bomb within 10 seconds of being on my show.
I don't
within 10 fucking seconds.
Yeah, I don't tolerate that shit.
Yeah, and he was talking shit. This was Frank's harebrained idea. And I'm not talking about him. He knows he made a mistake, that fuck.
I don't think Frank knows that, though, but Frank wasn't thinking though that he was actually gonna come on and start yelling racial shit though.
Well, he had him on because he knew this fucking Peter Pasta, whatever asshole that was on Kitchen Nightmares.
Gotcha. If I was an actor, I'd be great for the trailer before the trailer.
The trailer before the trailer.
Called a teaser. Everyone, you never heard, no one ever heard of a
Teaser for the teaser.
The teaser for the teaser. I like that. Fuck pizza. He talked bad about Anthony after he passed away. But yeah, and plus he's just a racist.
He's a sick guy. I mean, he's just sick. I didn't want him on, and yeah, but whatever. I took that fucking thing down anyway, so that live stream is finito. Gone.
Yeah, I had to take my listen. He came in at like the 3 hour and 33-minute mark too, and we had to take it down, like the whole show. It was like fuck. I need some of you beautiful people to hit that like button. Just do it.
Whatever. It's
thank you, bro. Yep. So listen, 52 topics with Frank Fiordilino. Fiordilino. There we go.
Me
every Monday night, Brett. What's the time you guys are on?
7 o'clock.
And if nobody subscribed to that, it's in the description of this video. So, and if you guys want to check out the episode with me with Kevin Donaldson, Lefty, you'd like that one.
JC says, what chat did I just step into? Well, whatever the name of the show that you see on YouTube, on this website, this is the chat you stepped into.
Yeah, exactly. But what's up, JC? Glad you're here, my man.
Where's JC? Where's the other JC?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen him in a while. Even on Instagram, because I've been doing a lot of stuff on Facebook. Like I've been doing more Instagram and Facebook lately. Because my Facebook, I just put up a video, it got like 450,000 views. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, you're really on Facebook?
Oh yeah, I've killed it on Facebook. I'm like, holy fuck! And
wow. How long a video can you put on Facebook?
1 minute 30 seconds are the reels, but if you put a post up, you could have a post up to about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. And but it was Russell, it was a Bufalino one though, but and then the one with Joe Bufalino talking too now is getting like thousands and thousands and thousands of views. So I'm like, holy shit. And I even realized I checked my dashboard. It's like they have money waiting for me. Frankie told me about it, and I was like, and we looked all into it. I just had to like, give my tax info and stuff, but I was like, no shit. Like I did for the longest time, and I got 3,000 new followers in like 4 days. I was like,
wow. Do they pay good on Facebook? Better than YouTube?
It's pretty much like the same. Like they take the 30. Yeah, they take the 30% right out. But Instagram pays you as well. But here's the secret. So I'm a musician. So anymore, I'm gonna just put my own music down to it, because what happens is if you put a reel up and use music, you only get like half of like, say you have a video that hits
right. You got to share revenue.
You got to share revenue. So that's why
I was trying to get one of them stupid blue checks on Instagram, but they wanted me to put my last name in my profile. I didn't feel like doing that. So
yeah, that you have to do that. Yeah.
But then MobFax, they let MobFax do it. MobFax, I was talking to him on Instagram. I'm like, yo, how the fuck did they let you?
Because he was grandfathered in. So they just started doing that not too long ago. He had that for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. So I put my real name up because
he was just like, I don't know. They just never asked me. So it must have been a while ago.
Yeah, but another thing though with his thing too is his channel's big, and I think when you hit a certain thing, because even on the Bufalino family page that I run, it's starting to be like I think after you hit a certain number, they'll just give it to you. I don't know, but yeah, the blue check.
Yeah, they wanted me to put my last name. I mean, I don't really want to do that, so
I just put it up because I don't care. Like I don't. That's why, like when I talk to trolls or whatever, like dude, I got called a troll. Like I'm like, how am I a troll? Like no, not a troll. I got called a keyboard warrior. I'm like, how
keyboard warrior? Really? Yeah, that's a popular one.
But how am I? Here's my fucking face. My name's Eric Perluke. Like Eric Michael Perluke. If you want to be specific, you want my social security number too? Like I don't give a fuck, dude. Like I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you have your reasons. I'm just saying though that.
I mean, I'm sure people could figure it out somehow, but why would I help?
Yeah, I don't care. If someone's coming for me, then that's fine. I always got a 45, a 380, and a 9 though. So let's bring it.
There you go.
Bring it on. Like Joe Bufalino says, bring it.
Yeah, Lefty, let us know, or let me know. Let Loomis know, whatever it is.
But where's nobody say?
No, he said, come on the show.
I'd like to have Lefty on the show. Lefty every Thursday night live too. My buddy though, Keith Shibley, though, we do a segment to it. It's like a, addiction based and just everything, though. He's been involved with so much shit with the cops and FBI and stuff. I think you'd like that too. And the Suffering podcast episode, when we end the show, I'll play the clip though. And if you want to watch it, that link is in the description as well. I talk about my life story and then the Bufalino project. What else, Brett? What else? That Pete.
Nothing, man. We're just the Pete thing was funny. We're just
get these
like I said, every Monday night, we're live. We are live. 50 Talks with Frank Fiordilino. We have something coming out. I think tomorrow we have a pre-record coming out. And I think I'm going to be live on YouTube on NYC Crime Spot with Pete LaFrosia tomorrow night.
Oh, nice. You mean you're
pretty sure? Huh?
Yeah. The Pete who we're just talking about.
Right. Pete the Pick. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Unless
I'm all over that. I'm all over that.
Unless we change plans. I don't know. But
did you ever ask him? And I'm not saying anything against Frank Ray. I love what you and Frank do, but did you ever like, because you've been talking to Pete for a while, did you ever talk to him about ever like starting your own things or anything like that? Meaning in the past.
For his channel? For a channel for him?
Like, yeah, like you mean like how you teamed up with Frank. I mean, like, because you've been doing this for years. I mean, did you ever talk to Pete the Pick about you two?
Well, we had something going, which was the Pick, which is on NYC Crime Spot. We did like 4 episodes of the Pick. And then we started doing the live streams because he wanted to talk to people and answer questions and stuff. But it's funny you mentioned that because I was talking to him the other day and I was like, Pete, because he's like, I'm writing my story. I'm writing my whole story down now. I started this and that. So I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, hey.
I'm not doing the voice. No, you could do it.
Yeah, I'm writing my story right now, and it's going all real good,
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow. They sing Sleepy Hollow.
So, and I told him, I said, hey, Pete, if you want, we could start like a separate channel together. I could have fucking 17 channels, I guess, on YouTube with everybody, I said, if you want to do that, we can do that. Let me know if you want your name on your own thing. We could push it more, and sometimes they can't get a hold of him for a call.
I was going to say though, like the reliability too, and like making. I'm not putting
the reliability is not great. It's not great. I'll be honest, it's not great.
So. I got you.
The reliability is not great.
What happened in Florida? And then they had to do a side job or something, or build a deck or something in Florida.
What with the we were supposed to meet that time or something? Yeah, that didn't work. Well, we did meet. We have hung out in person before. There was another time. In his defense, I didn't come down there for him. I just happened to be there. And
okay.
The first time I went, he was kind of like the main reason that I was going to see him.
Yeah.
And we hung out. But the second time, I just happened to be going down there, and he was going to hopefully make time, and then it got late, and whatever. It turned into a whole different thing. But it was fine. I was with my fiance. We were having fun, whatever. But I'm been trying to get him up here for a long time, and he keeps telling me he's coming. I don't know.
No, yeah, and I wasn't saying that like, oh, that's I meant like prior to you and Frank, like because I knew you were talking to Pete for a while, so. But I hear you guys are doing that segment. Loomis, tell the haters you're more than welcome to come in. Yeah, I would, but they won't. They won't. Lefty knows about that too. They just talk. But they're more than welcome to.
Yeah, this whole thing is so like, I don't know.
I'm tougher than you. I'm gonna come after you.
I don't pay attention,
Oh, come meet me. I had someone message me the one day. You tell Danny I want to fight him 1-on-1, and I'm like, dude, you're fucking. I'm like, you're almost 50 years old, dude. Like, stop it.
Yeah, stop challenging people to fights online. Stop.
Yeah, it's fucking pathetic. They say, you know what I mean?
It's pretty silly.
What does Gucci Boom say? Pull up.
Crazy how the male crew did what they did back of a bar. Tommy Cry did what he did in an apartment. You would think these people would be doing that kind of stuff on an isolated farm. Yeah.
You know what, too? And in New York City, he has a point though. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like it's like some little town or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
all,
Well, it's different times, you know.
yeah, that's true too. I
Different
mean,
times.
70, Mayo's no
Can't do
camera.
anything without being reported to the HOA. That's funny. Yeah, they left a shit ton of bodies on the streets, though. I mean, they didn't, you know.
Well, yeah, that's like even I think I heard a story like about Greg about Scarpa Senior though. Like someone was saying about Chase like chopping up the body. But he's like, what the no? He's like, just leave him where you know, leave him on the fucking street. Like, you know, that's like too much.
Tommy Karate, as he mentioned. Yeah,
you know, Mickey Featherstone though, fucking as crazy as he was, he couldn't handle the fucking the decapitation and you know, chopping up the bodies. He hated that shit.
All right, he wasn't into that.
Yeah,
that's like they say. What's his name? Henry Borelli. They say was the same way, right?
Yeah, but like, well, dude, they
fucking
had they had Patty Dugan's head, and they were walking around the fucking bar, fucking showing it around like the Westies or something else. But to answer though his question from earlier, yeah, Mickey Featherstone, the one alive, is who I would definitely want to interview.
Yeah, Karate's a good pick too, though. Somebody just mentioned Tommy Karate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's still alive. See, you know what? I got to remember the guys that are still in prison. Like, I wasn't even thinking about. I'm thinking just that they're out there. Tommy Karate would definitely be interesting. JC, NYC has over 2,000 pizza places. I believe it. And
probably
they got great.
Westies carried a head around with them. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got a rare Tommy Karate that I haven't put out either. Another photo.
Yeah, that was Patty Dugan's head that they carried around with them.
Yeah.
I like School Kill John. That was funny as fuck. If I was an actor, I want to be a part of a trailer for a trailer. Oh, I hope you subscribe. School Kill John.
I get a noise to complain over a Yorkshire Terrier.
I want to see it back around. You're funny as fuck.
Yeah. It happens quick. I mean, listen, the way they had it was quick. They did it quick. There was no noise.
What, does he have a channel or something, School Kill John? I can't do anything without being reported to the HOA.
That's terrifying. But I mean, like Pete would talk about that, like going to the Friday night. They would have these meetings Friday night. Like he would call them like shape up meetings or whatever. You know, you're doing business. You go there Friday night. They would have dinner. They would hang out, pay up, talk about whatever. And he would tell me, a couple of times. Pretty frightening.
You go down that hallway, you see that plastic on the floor. You say, "Oh shit."
Oh, I got you.
Because they would have meetings on Friday nights in the back of the Gemini.
Where Dracula,
being why. No, the crew, like Friday nights, they would have.
No, I know what I'm saying, where Dracula lived.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, think of that too. And like he bathed in that bathtub every night. And
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, and it's not 200 bodies, it's probably like 50.
Yeah, but yeah, they would have the meetings, and Pete talks about it sometimes, like going there for those, Friday night, whatever, and
Well, how about Dominic Montiglio though? He's like when he walks in there to one time, and there's two bodies hanging up. They're all eating pizza, and then Dominic goes like this to Roy. He's like, "What the hell is that?" And Roy goes, "Oh, don't worry, they're not staying for dinner.
They're not staying for dinner." Yeah.
I always don't got to show off though this piece, and I don't care, man. What? Maybe I shouldn't do this, but dude, he was a great artist, man.
Yeah.
That's an original one, and it's hard though to see.
Right.
But like the detail though that I picked this one though, from Ross Brodar, because and there it is. DM he did it in 2008, but it's like all buildings around, like the detail he does, but all his other work I saw.
No, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was talented, man. But I love this piece. They'll watch it, have someone be like, "Oh my god, you have someone who cooperated." It's fucking Shut the fuck up.
Who gives a fuck, motherfucker? Who cares, motherfucker? No, who gives a fuck though? Really, I don't care.
It's on my wall. Does it look like I give a fuck? The Westies carried a head. Well, listen, everyone.
Patty Dugan's head, huh?
Patty Dugan's head. Listen, everyone, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. I'm going to get ready to call it a night. I can't even. My voice is gone, Brett, because I scream like when I went off before.
Yeah, my neck is fucking killing me. I sit in these chairs. There's no back support, so I lean forward. I gotta like, ugh.
Just from the lab, this was better than like
a couple months. I'm redoing. I have an extra room here, like a little office room that I use. I'm gonna redo that and turn it into like a studio.
You ever think about doing green screen or no?
I've thought about it, but I think I'm gonna probably not do that.
You could put anything up. I mean, anything.
Oh, I know. I just want to build like a nice. I want to build like a nice ambiance, like a fucking studio where you see the channels and they have the nice lighting and it looks like.
That's what I'm eventually gonna do. It's just for the time being and sometimes I miss like my background, like my books and my whatever, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna because I mean I have all the cameras, mics, I have everything for it. I'm looking at them over right here, but I mean I have that camera right there was a fucking lot. That's my baby right there. And then I have more in the back room, way back there. But no. The green screen's kind of cool. It's different though. Like if we did this. Oops. Sorry, Brett. You could see more of it, obviously. But but it's like when I do episodes by myself and stuff, it works out pretty cool. But like I had Larry Roll on, for example, and then I used do I have it here? Like that was my background.
Cool.
And, so I'll do it though for like whoever I have on though, like as guest and stuff. That's obviously the one that I'm using now. But I mean it's cool. You could do virtual ones too, and I did it, but it's like there was smoke going up and stuff. I'm like, dude, it's too distracting having shit moving around behind.
No, the virtual ones are horrible. No, you gotta have a green screen.
Yeah.
You gotta have
no, it is green screen, but you could do it still with having the motion. Like I can make shit move. I could put a video back.
Oh, you're talking about that. All right. Yeah. I thought you were talking about like the fake background.
Well, like you'll see these buildings here. Like the lights will be going on and off if I want, and smoke.
Oh, is that right? That's cool.
Yeah, but it is, but then it's like
distracting.
It's distracting. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna set up like a nice thing, and it's gonna be cool. I think.
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, I like that. The ambience light, all that type of just make it look like that's your set. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of in a debacle here with my living situation with my pops, but eventually I'll do that. I need some more of you beautiful people to hit that like. Thank you, Ro. You're the best. I called my neighbor, Cruella DeVille, because she hates my dog. I seriously thought about putting my condo on fire just to fuck with her. I love Ro. I love you, Ro. Larry Rolla is friends with a lot of content creators, right? Same one, good guy. Yeah. I have like a 3-hour thing of him like talking about a bunch of stuff that I still have to release. But that'll be out this coming week. I just started though doing the real editing.
Hold on, we got something. We got something new from the guy who got saved. Oh, this is new.
106. As a father, as a grandfather, and a great-grandfather. I can't even imagine what the fuck this is. I don't even know why this is about. Listening to this shit is ridiculous. It's outrageous. This guy needs a fucking 38 right in his fucking forehead. No trial. Blow his fucking brains out. He's having sex with his mother. I just can't fathom trying to understand this case or understand the complaint.
I'm with them on that though.
That's what they do put up on Instagram.
I'm with them on that though. Having sex with his mother.
I guess he's talking about Diddy, maybe.
What did he say? No trial. 38, right?
38 to the fucking head, Bo.
This was after the
no trial. Put him in the middle of the block. Send him over. He'll blow his fucking head out, Bo.
I mean, this is like I thought, he was on some other shit, but I guess not.
Oh, well,
redemption and fucking whatever.
Right. Well,
second chances, redemption.
No, blow his fucking head off, Bo.
Third chance.
No, I'm just saying for humanity, for people in general, because he's like, what he is now, right?
Yeah. No, dude. I mean, I'm with you.
Did he have sex with Molly? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm pretty sure he was probably talking about Diddy, I guess. I mean, who else would he be talking about?
Yeah,
as far as big trials that are going on, that might sound like that.
The Justin Bieber stuff, dude. And like, you look at the old footage, you just wonder, and it's like, oh, Hollywood.
You just have to wonder.
A lot of that. Harvey Weinstein, him, Epstein. I mean, you think they're the only three? Give me a fucking break. We're never going to get that Epstein list. You know that.
I know. What a joke that is.
And I want to, and dude, who else? There's way more besides Diddy. Because I mean, look at all the people who went to his freak off parties. Where are they all at? So they're probably freaking. They're freaking. Like, I mean, like sweating bullets, probably sweating bullets. Hello, me. But yeah, it's disgusting. All that shit. Anyway, Brett, everyone out there, I can't do it. I'm like dead from laughter. This was great, buddy. Thank you for coming on, as always.
Definitely.
Love you, my man, and I wish you the best of luck on. Well, I don't think you're going to need it with 52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino. And again, everyone, that is in the description to subscribe. And anything else, Brett?
52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino. We are live every Monday night. We also put out pre-records. We have a series on the channel going on right now, Ridgewood, a true story. We put out 4 episodes of that particular series. There's plenty of other pre-recorded stuff on there. I think you're going to like it. And obviously there's NYC Crime Spot. I have a pretty big catalog of stuff going back to 2021. Cool locations, stuff like that. I'll get back over there pretty soon. Just trying to grow this channel with Frank. And I guess that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much
NYC Crime Spots. I mean, it's fantastic. Don't sell that. Don't sell NYC Crime. I can't even talk. I sound like Pete now. Don't sell that. Don't, from laughing and so loud. Jesus, don't sell NYC Crime Spot short though. I mean, it's a great channel, man. It's a great.
Yeah. I got to get back over there. Yeah, I'll be there soon. I'm just growing the channel with Frank. I'm not
Sleepy Joe. Yeah, no, I got you, my man.
Sleepy Joe, what's going on? How's the diagnosis treating you? All right. Oh, Sleeping Joe. I thought it was Sleepy Joe. I'm sorry.
Before we let you go, can we get you doing Old Man Peruta? Sammy talking Old Man Peruta real quick.
I went down to the basement, Bo. They were sitting there. DB comes down. I got the order to take him out. I grab a coffee. I pick it up. DB sits down. And Peruta puts one in his head. And that was it, Bo. What happened after, I don't know. They came in. They took him away. I don't know what happened. I took his business after that.
I can't.
And then Peruta died not too long after.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Bo.
Well, didn't he have to go? He wanted to take Peruta out, though, because Peruta wanted him to kill him for cancer because he was dying.
I called John.
Yeah.
And I said, we got to make this. We got to make this guy. We got to make him. That's what he wants. He's going to die. So we made him, we made him in jail, in the hospital bed. We pricked this.
I gotta go, dude. I gotta go. I gotta fucking go. I can't. Everyone, subscribe to NYC Crime Spot right there. There's the other channel. That was beautiful. Oh, watch episode 4, Ridge Root Stories. That's right there. Oh, I'm fucking dying.
Oh my
Brett,
God.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, my man.
Thank you.
I'll shoot you a call tomorrow or whatever. But congratulations again on getting married. And
we'll speak soon. Don't worry about it. We'll be talking.
Was that Patrick Bet-David?
Yeah, it's kind of a Patrick Bet-David.
Look, I knew. What do you mean?
Somehow a PBD. It was a bad one.
No, you need a little work.
He said, keep it going.
He came to my chat.
All right, I won't keep it going. All right, I'll let you go. I'm sorry.
No, I said go ahead.
No, I don't know what to say. My fucking throat is killing me over here now with that same shit.
I'm dying right here.
Well, we got it. We'll do a whole show of voices. Well, I'm working on some new ones.
Holy fuck.
RFK. We're working on an RFK.
Oh, dude.
Family. We're trying to get that one. We'll get that one soon.
Oh.
We'll get that one soon. I'm working on that one. It's almost coming.
Oh man, you're good, man.
Listening to the Loomis Show. Something like that. I'm working on it. Listening to the Loomis Show.
Just tell them to subscribe, bro.
Good show. Subscribe to it. No, I can't do it. I was doing it better earlier.
Subscribe to the
Loomis Show, bro.
Do me a favor. Pull up that clip. This is the Loomis Show.
That was good. You had it right there.
Do me a favor. Pull up that clip. This is the Loomis Show. He's doing a Buffalo. Who is that guy? He's doing the story on. Russell Bufalino. This is the guy from The Irishman. Pull up that clip of this guy. He does a really good job. He's going to come to the Valuetainment talking speech that we're doing next week.
We're talking about Russell Bufalino, probably the most powerful mob boss in the world. Nobody would know who that is unless you saw The Irishman.
It was when we grew up, everyone was like, we think he might be connected with the team.
So I got two questions for you when I see something like that. So what makes you want to make this documentary for this guy? And tell me what a 12-year-old Loomis is. Well, what kind of person are you at that age, at 12 years old? What are you looking to do with your life?
At 12, I was at 12, I don't know, but
so you didn't have any plans, okay.
No. But at now, because nobody has a fucking clue about the story and everything that's out there is a lie. That's why, Patrick.
Interesting. Okay.
No, 12 years old, I wanted to follow my brother's footsteps because he was an incredible basketball player, actually. And, so I was like trying to be, follow his coattails, but I got into drugs and alcohol because people are like, another Perluke's coming and he was real good. And he was the all-time scoring record and I couldn't follow in his footsteps. So instead of I hid and isolated and then just went down to the drug route. But now that I'm clean and sober, Patrick, and I'm capable of being there for like my family and everything, I now am making this documentary to let everyone know about all the bullshit that's out there, and we're going after the truth, Patrick.
Right. So you're going after the truth. I get it. So no, that's very interesting. So like me, when I came to this country, 12 years old, Syria, I lived the war,
Yeah.
But you said something very interesting right there. Okay, I gotta fucking go.
Dude, I was with
My fucking neck is killing me, bro. I gotta fucking get out.
Oh, that was dude. When you said I get it, he always goes, got it.
Got it. Interesting. Got it.
What does 12-year-old Loomis want to do?
Got it.
You wanted to do nothing.
Okay, got it. Yeah. But what about this other idea that you see, I talked to I had the Semi the Bull on here. I have all these gangsters and a lot of people that come on the show. They talk, some would say that I invented like MobTube, but we don't have to talk about that.
We don't got time for that right now. Oh, I'm fucking dying. Listen, this was extraordinary.
Yeah, Lefty said he wants to come on. I gotta go though. My fucking neck is killing me. I'm like,
no, I gotta go too, dude. I'm dying. Lefty, I want you to come on for an actual episode. If you stay on, I'll grab the link in like 10 minutes. Buddy, I would, but I'm dead. And if you saw this whole thing, you'd understand why. I was literally on the ground crying. You, though, are welcome on the show anytime as a guest.
Yeah,
anytime.
Come back, Bob. Come back next time. We're going to go now. Okay.
All right, Brett.
All right. Good to see everybody in the chat. Shout out to the great Roro, of course, as always.
Bro, love you to pieces. And Brett, I will talk.
I'm out of here. Yeah, I'll let you close out your show. My bad.
You're good. No, dude. I fucking. What are you kidding me? It was great, man. I'll take care, Patrick. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll call you. I'll have my people reach out. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Tell Adam I said he's a fucking douchebag.
I can't say that. Thank you. Bye.
That's the great Brett from NYC Crime Spot and 52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino. I haven't laughed that long in ages, but please subscribe. The link is inside the for Brett's channel. Subscribe to that. The link is in the description. I can't even think straight. And also the link to the show I just did. I'll close out the show with this clip here. And Lefty, you should check it out. And Lefty, reach out because you can come on anytime as you know, man. All of you have a great night. I want to thank everyone in the chat. Please hit that like button. Please leave a comment when it comes up, and share, do whatever. And yeah, that's it. Don't take shit from anyone. Live it your way. And thank you again. Thank you, Ro, for holding it down as always. I love you. Have a great night, everyone.
This is gonna hurt. It's time for the Suffering Podcast. You know him as Loomis.
It was just when I started drinking and I started getting buzzed up, I needed to get that cocaine. I was more the wild child, but then eventually, though, everything, just fell off the wheels.
What is it about the high that draws you in?
It made me feel whole. It made me feel like whatever that void that you were talking about earlier right here, it would go away. But it started off as marijuana, then it got, then with the booze. Cocaine just naturally, just came with drinking. Remember, I used to get on my hands and knees and pray to God to take me. Like I wanted him to kill me. If I had my guns at my house the one night, I absolutely would have blown my head off. I didn't want to hang myself. I'm the type of guy, if I'm going to kill myself, it has to be quick.
Every addict, I'm talking every single addict will say to themselves, that's not going to be me.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you think you can beat the system. Nobody takes cocaine and says, I hope I overdose. Tell me one true story of somebody who is in true addict mode that says, wow, that really worked out the way that I expected it.
I got clean. Everything was going good. But all I was doing, though, was trying to play God, helping others, and I wasn't looking at into myself.
You know, sometimes it just never turns.
Well, and every time, though, when I come by the house, though, with my mom, I'd go upstairs and use the bathroom. She'd take her purse with her. It was more of a white knuckle, I'm clean, so let me preach to you, and this and that. And then there was a time where I lied about, though, being clean. They absolutely knew, but they just didn't know, though, to the degree. Yeah, everyone's just dropping dead.
You know, we all trip, we all fall, but if we don't learn anything from trying to pick ourselves up, it's really a wasted opportunity.
That is in the link as well. Good night, everyone.